MountDoraMusicHall.com.
Insurance companies often play tough, offering you the bare minimum for your injuries. But why settle for less? With me, Mo DeWitt, your Orlando injury attorney, you pay nothing unless we win. Don't let the insurance companies push you around. Injured on the go, just call Mo.
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call Trajan Wealth today at 407-213-0000, 407-213-0000.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Rebath Mid-Florida. Man, these guys are awesome at one thing and one thing only, and that is taking your old, tired bathroom out and replacing that with a beautiful bathroom that you have input on. That's right, their catalog of products is simply amazing. Multiple choices of tubs and sinks and tiles and lighting. It's all right there. No design can't be handled. And even better, right now, 10% off your bathroom remodeling deal. That's right, 10% off. And guys, just so you know, the big box stores use Rebath to install their bathroom jobs because of their great reputation. In business for over 17 years, if you really want to see what they're all about, visit their showroom, 436 in Altamont, right across from Kobe. You'll walk in and see some models set up. That's not what you're buying. That's just to show you what's possible with their catalog of products and great design ideas. Orlando's only top-to-bottom complete rebath remodeling company, and they do it right the first time. So take a minute, go to the website, check out the before and afters, and then book your appointment for your brand new bathroom at rebath.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the
Del Mike, little pre-show Del Mike for you. What's happening, friends? We're back. It's real. It's really happening. Sorry about yesterday. I know it was a big news day with TS12 and all. It's very, very unprofessional of us to miss such a huge story. But we'll spend all day apologizing for it. I got to disable the automatic SIRI on my iPad because that thing just keeps turning on, wanting to tell me stuff. Shut up. All right. We're doing this thing. See you in a second. See you out there.
On your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The news News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Thursday, August 14th, 2025. Lots to get to today, from did Trump fix Washington, D.C., to a major sign that South Park may be in trouble, and rabbits with virus-spawned horns freak out Colorado. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hey, you guys.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right to the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Good. Yeah. How are you doing?
Yeah, how you feeling, bro?
I would be better. But the hot tea with the Tylenol Cold and Flu in it that Courtney gave me is so flaming, boiling hot. I can't even approach it right now.
I thought you meant gossip at that point. The hot tea.
No.
It's
just
like
a regular.
Actually, there's some cubes in it. You're just gonna burn your throat.
I'm waiting for that perfect temperature, Sabrina, where like it's just right. Well, right now it's just like it's molten. It's
Yeah,
okay.
Hot.
Well, at least it's only in like a coffee mug, because if she put it in something that was like insulated or like if she put it in a tiny Stanley, that thing will be hot till like 8 o'clock tonight.
She just trolls me with everything is what she does, because she goes, would you like this in the Barbie coffee mug? And I'm like, not particularly.
You guys have a Barbie coffee mug?
She has a Barbie coffee mug. And then there's like, and then she wants me to like start a fight on the grounds that like the Barbie coffee mug is gay or something. And I don't want to go. I'm like, I just give me a regular coffee mug. Okay. Regular coffee mug with the. Now I'm just yelling. All right, I don't want to have to do anything.
You were supposed to take it easy, my guy.
I know, and I did yesterday. I really did. It was a nice, relaxing day. Oh God, truly enjoyed it. Hopefully, we'll have some fun today.
You enjoyed having a fever?
I enjoyed not doing much of anything. I took a nap for the first time in like probably 6 months,
Crazy.
and just dialed everything down so I could like save up and get back here to do the show today. And I will make it through. We'll be okay. All right, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers in the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to California, everybody.
I'm down about it.
And I think that we may have found the most annoying person to live next to in California. The neighbors are melting down.
It used to be that Native American actor, but, until that whole thing happened.
Oh, the one from King of the Hill, you mean?
Yeah.
The John Redcorn guy? Well, this guy blows the King of the Hill guy out of the water.
Bobby.
All right? This guy blows him out of the water. There's a man in Southern California in the Van Nuys neighborhood,
right?
Who's he's a bit noisy. He's a bit noisy, they might say. This guy has a train horn that he has attached to the roof of his house.
To the house, huh?
Yeah, why not?
That's
why not? Yeah. In case other houses are moving around, and you want to like alert the house that your house is moving or something. You got the train horn on it. And that's not enough. He also continuously sets off his security alarm on his house to make a little bit more noise. Let's just bring you to the neighborhood. Here we go.
It's a block packed with humble, reserved homes, and one that is considerably not humble nor reserved.
Oh,
it's a house that sounds more like a train station.
That's a big no. That's a big,
that's a hell no.
That's a tri-horn, by the way. Those of you not watching on the stream, it's not just one horn. It is 3. There's harmony train horn happening right now.
We're a few short of a Disney cruise line being able to play a little melody or something. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. And if you've never been near a train horn, you might not think this is a big deal. If you have been near a train horn, who's been next to a train horn? Everybody?
Oh, I have, but I've also been crossing in front of a truck that has a train horn, and that's one horn, and it scares the bejesus out of you.
It will shake your bowels loose. Yes, the horn is a whole different thing. You're next door, and you're like, I'm trying to drink my tea next door, and then the moment the horn is hit,
if you had that molten Courtney tea and the guy blew his horn right at the right time,
melt the horn.
You'd be all
No, melt my face.
Yeah.
It would burn me. It's just absolutely burned to bits over here. But the neighbors are tired of it.
Turning this block of Peach Street in Van Nuys into Screech Street in Van Nuys.
In Van Nuys. Street in Van Nuys. What a nerd. What a nerd, this guy.
Joe's Rumble.
This neighbor didn't want her face shown, but felt it was important to get the story out. Neighbors here are frustrated with the blaring horn that shatters the silence here most afternoons for months now.
He puts his alarm on, his house alarm, and has that running. And then he uses the horn.
Oh, my God. Would you go over? Would that prompt you? Jackson's sleeping or something, C-Lane. Little Jackson is tucked away to sleep, and the neighbor's,
But why is he doing that?
He's crazy. Crazy.
I would get one of those, like, foam sprayers, that they use to seal up holes or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm going right onto the roof and I'm spraying those horns. And
there's a weird risk.
Right back.
The thing that I try to weigh with these scenarios is I go, this is obviously so annoying that if I'm going to get upset enough to visit my neighbor and complain, there's nothing more obvious that would trigger me to go visit my neighbor and complain, right? Like we all agree, like this is out of line. But then when you hear that your neighbor has mounted a train horn to their house and they're setting off their alarm all day, it also triggers you in the other direction. The person that would do this,
how far are they willing to go?
Yeah,
they're crazy.
Yeah, I'm worried about that. And then the whole neighborhood is like, please deploy the National Guard to Van Nuys, California. Please send them over here. Please start enforcing some laws in the neighborhood because the LAPD is like, nothing we can do about it.
Couldn't you argue that is a sound that's for emergencies?
Both of them are. Yeah, 100%. Yes. I mean, if there's a single law on the books for any noises, obviously this is violating those laws, right? Like if any noise ordinance is out the water here. It's ridiculous.
Like,
crazy man.
They got these microphones listening to your car to see if your muffler's a little too loud, but this guy is allowed to just blow his train horn in Van Nuys.
Until he wasn't. Finally, they did something, and the LAPD went to this guy's house and arrested him. And you're going to see very quickly, and I'll play this for you so you can hear what was going on. Like, this guy's crazy, right? He's crazy. But the whole time, the LAPD was like, I don't know, our arms are tied, our hands are tied. We can't do anything. Both arms and hands tied over here.
Our legs too, y'all.
And they're trying to say, like, well, there's nothing we can do about this. And the neighbors are like, well, just let him do his thing. Some of them, And, of course, many people just frustrated to hell and back. And this guy just needs help. Like, he needs help. He shouldn't be sitting in a house honking a train horn all day and setting off his alarm. So when the cops do go over there and arrest him, here's the scene. That's him. Help me!
His arrest nearly as loud as the blaring horns that brought
I was literally about to say that. Good God.
Van Nuys once again. This guy, his arrest literally is loud.
This guy does not do anything quietly.
No, he doesn't.
In the first place.
Answer my question, he's screaming. Answer my question.
He was just yelling right away. So we're like, oh, there's no missing that when he's yelling and screaming. Hear that from a mile away.
Yeah. Gary Boyanzian taken into custody Wednesday night after months of countless complaints from his neighbors for this.
Oh, okay, all right. There was signs in the neighborhood that they put up on all like the telephone poles. It says sick of the loud horn blasts, and then there's like a really crappy clip art image. And it says the source is at, and then they had the address. He is also responsible for the annoying alarm sounds like woo-doo, woo-doo, wee-doo, wee-doo, woo-doo. They literally wrote that out on the flyer.
Woo-doo, woo.
Wee-doo, wee-doo.
It's wee-doo, wee-doo, wee-doo is what they wrote on the actual flyer on the telephone pole. And they told him to contact the local police, which eventually they did. And finally they did something. It's like, hey, this is the proper solution. This guy needs help. He's crazy. He's like having an episode. He's honking train horns all day long. And the whole neighborhood's like, oh, God. Everybody from a distance like, just let him honk his horns. It's not that big of a deal. This is like a microcosm.
No. Let him honk his horns.
This is a microcosm of America. We're like, was he really hurting anybody?
Yes, he's hurting ears, and it's very bothersome, and all the things in between.
Mm-hmm.
Safe to say he's financially stable? Because I feel like a system like that costs some money.
You could probably get a train horn for not that much, but like the houses.
Picked it up at the junkyard. You know, we found this glorious find at the pull and pay.
Mega quick search: Van Nuys, California, average home cost. Van Nuys, California, average home cost. I could bring up TNJ AI, but I'll leave that for right now because I got the video up in front of me. It's got to be what? $850,000, $900,000 in Van Nuys would be my guess. Maybe a little less than that. I don't know. I actually don't know. I'm just guessing here. But if that's the case, like, this is not a poor person. This is a person who just needs like mental help right now. Like, we forgot about these people. The people screaming at themselves on the streets. We forgot about them. We just left them there. They're screaming on the streets. Help them out. Get some nets, for God's sake.
Average home value in Van Nuys, Los Angeles, California is about $816,000.
Is that Van space Nuys?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm getting $1.2 million.
That's the median listing price of the L.A. housing market.
But point is, either one of those, like, we're not talking about some poor person. We're talking about somebody, if they are the homeowner, who just is dealing with it.
And
they're
if
going
they're
through
a renter,
some stuff.
that deposit is gone.
See you later. Yeah, that ain't going to happen anymore.
Bye-bye.
All right, we want to see what you have on your mind, so do join us during the show today. Send us a dispatch. A couple of emails coming in real quick. Julie wants to talk about Washington, D.C. Julie says, "Hi, junkies, podcast listener and Secret Show subscriber. Thank you all for such an amazing show. I've been a fan since day one," she says. Too much fun. We spent 2 nights in D.C., Washington, D.C. last year before heading to your beautiful home state of Vermont for leaf peeping. Is that a hobby? Leaf peeping?
Peeping.
That's what it says.
Like traveling to places where the leaves change in the fall to
People
watch
do that?
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was just like looking at leaves, but they don't really know it as they undress.
They're just like around the corner, just very surreptitiously watching. Either way, sounds kind of boring. But, to you, I'm sure it's fun, Julie. We stayed at a decent hotel, and each night we witnessed a murder. Okay.
What?
Okay.
In D.C.?
This is, I'm getting a train horn vibe here.
Night one, somebody was shot and killed in front of a store in the square our hotel balcony overlooked. We watched the ambulance roll away and the crime scene aftermath from our balcony. We could hear other gunshots ringing out in the distance as well. The second and our last night in D.C., again, walking back to the hotel for our dinner at Old Ebbitt's Grill, we were chatting with a Secret Service agent on the backside of the White House. Excuse me. The agent was from Tampa, so we were talking about being from Florida. Gunshots rang out. The agent ran and quickly closed the gate and started talking to his headset. A large homeless man was laying on the ground several feet away, and the cops ran and performed CPR for a long time, but he was dead immediately, it looked like. 2 nights and 2 murders right in front of us. The locals were all saying it was drug turf related. It's a shame because D.C. is really a beautiful place. It definitely can be. And by the way, has some fantastic restaurants. D.C. has some of the most beautiful museums that you'll ever see in your life. Sidewalks like America was made to have. Sidewalks as wide as my studio. Sidewalks where you're never doing that stupid game where the people are walking towards you and you're like, somebody's got to move their shoulders. Somebody's got to get out of the way. Never doing that. Washington, D.C., big, fat ass sidewalks. So good for them on that front. She said, I would not go back.
I'm just going to cut that and send it to the old Washington, D.C. tourism board.
There you go.
Badass.
I would not go back unless it's cleaned up. D.C. after dark is scary. That is my semi-recent experience. And one more person says to tipsthenewsjunkie.com, is this a hot or weird take? Hey, Sean, 11-year listener here. Me and my girlfriend are big foodies, and I know you and Courtney are as well. I lived in Orlando for 5 years, but me and my girlfriend are going to see Nate Bargatze.
Oh, he's very funny.
This Saturday. We want to pick up some good restaurants near the downtown area. The funny part, she thinks it's super weird that I'm bothering you by sending this email asking for recommendations. I know on the air for free advertising, blah, blah, blah. I attached screenshots of our conversation. He's got him texting her, and she's like, don't ask them. Don't ask them. It's weird to ask them. She knows I'm doing this and aware you might call her out on air, so be our guest, says Kevin. Well, Kevin, I hope you and your girlfriend have a good time.
here in Orlando. I hope you enjoy yourselves. The restaurants downtown have been decimated. All right,
Not all of them.
There
Look
is
up.
one Subway left, and if you want to get a foot long,
not even true.
It's $17.99.
That's not even true. The Subway's gone.
Subway is gone. It is a cool bar.
And the Subway's gone. Sorry, that too is gone.
If you're going to see Nate Bargatze, it's going to be at Kia. So look up Cress, either Chop House or Steakhouse, KRES.
I don't know if Chris is still around.
I think it is.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're like the lone survivor down there.
They probably like own the space or something. You know?
The district is lovely and walking distance. They have wonderful food, and the kitchen listens to the show. So shout out to them.
Hey over there. Here's what I would do if I was you. But both those are fine recommendations and all that. But don't limit yourself to that. Look on Reddit and other places, and people who sometimes, and you've been here before, but people who come to Orlando will either stick to the theme parks or they'll go downtown and then they'll stick right to down. Go to the neighborhoods around downtown. All right. That is the true secret of what makes Orlando great. Thornton Park, College Park, all of the parks. Go to the places or like all the little areas around downtown, and you'll find so many fantastic establishments. Okay,
Crest still open, by the way. I don't want to get in trouble.
Crest is walking distance. Like if you want to park somewhere centrally and just have a nice meal. And
it's
then
fancy.
walk
It's
to
like a nice place.
It's fancy. They got a great vegan menu too. A good friend of the show who is vegan swears by it, raves about it. If something a little less walkable, but the Wellborn is on the other side of 408, and I hear fantastic things.
Great food.
Yeah. I mean, there are just Orlando, as many things as it's full of, fantastic restaurants is absolutely one of them. We have so many places that everybody should be going to, and I would encourage that you explore around a little bit. I'll respond to your email with a couple places that I really like, but I won't just endlessly plug all of them here on the show. So thank you for the email.
He's
Appreciate that,
guys. He doesn't want everybody to show up at his favorite places.
Domu, okay, get the wings at Domu.
Hell
yeah, Sabaro, great pizza.
It's a real, true Orlando establishment. That's Sabaro. That's the best kind of stuff.
Authentic
All right, quick
New York
break.
slice.
When we come back, we'll get into what's actually happening in D.C. What's going on? There's a lot of craziness, and I want to grab that for you and bring you to the streets, okay? So we're going to play that for you. Also, what's happening with Tropical Storm Erin? Is that a hurricane yet? Is it going to be heading to the United States of America? What's going on? We'll find out together. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Klausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Klausman Law. KlausmanLaw.com.
You're going to run into some slowdowns westbound on the beach line approaching Dallas Boulevard due to an accident getting cleared up off to the shoulder there. The left lane's blocked on I-4 eastbound approaching South Street. There's a crash on I-4 westbound near Darrell Carter Parkway off to the right shoulder there. Emergency crews are clearing up an accident on the Turnpike southbound just past that Hancock Road exit there. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation.
Hey! How are we?
Breaking news, storm season is here, and Florida ranks amongst the worst states for long summer power outages.
How are we?
Over 18
On a Thursday. Everybody okay? Sorry I was out yesterday. Last minute, I was like so dry in the back of my throat and feeling so sick, I just didn't want to risk it. And I thought if I did, I'd blow out my voice for the whole rest of the week like I did last time. I don't want to do that.
That's iHeart.com/solar.
Cheers.
Power when you need it most.
Did you guys see one of the most amazing videos I've seen in a while? Did you guys see the video of the Baltimore Ravens? The Baltimore Ravens? The Baltimore Ravens had multiple players who reached out because they didn't know how to swim. A lot of people don't know how to swim or don't know how to swim that well. And I always talk about how when you're an adult, you're too scared to learn how to swim. And you think, well, I'm not going to fall in the water until it happens to you. And there's a video floating around of the Baltimore Ravens learning to swim with Michael Phelps and a bunch of other professionals teaching them how to swim. And it's absolutely adorable. Absolutely adorable. In a very wholesome mood for right now. I mean, we're going to blow it up and get explosive in the next segment, but for right now, I'm in a wholesome mood. Actually quite delicious. Hey everybody, hey Tanya, how are you? I'm leaving for Cancun Sunday morning. Nice. I hope I don't get stuck in a storm. Ask Mr. Predicto if I'm going to be okay. Will Tanya's flight to Cancun be okay, Mr. Predicto?
Everything points to yes.
Yes. See that? Good news on a Thursday. We knew you weren't coming in, brother. Sounds like COVID. I mean, everything's COVID now. It's the sniffles. Right? It's a cold. We get sick. It's not like I know exactly where it came from. It's not like there was some washed out bitch who seemed like she'd lived 140 years who was sitting next to me at the bar, who definitely was hacking shit up all over the place when I definitely was trying to turn my shoulder, who definitely got me sick. It's not like that's the case. Courtney sent me a slap emoji and said, drink my tea. Don't tell me what to do. I mean, I'm going to drink the tea, but this is not related to the text message. Quite good. Should have some of these all day. Wholesome video I watched was Minnesota United they let a one-legged person score a goal. You do that today, and then all the one-legged people want to play soccer. You know what I mean? You can't really lead them on that far. Let them experience life as a one-legged person. Speaking of football, I assume you'll talk about the Vikings adding male cheerleaders to the squad. Excuse me. Forgive me, I'm sick. My excuse all day. I have multiple stories about multiple teams with male cheerleaders. We'll talk about it in like a little viral update at some point. Looks like some OUC workers were injured downtown. Possible explosion. Vague details. Not sure. I'll see if I can find something. Hoagie Fest is back? Bro, why do I care about Hoagie Fest? Sean, did you take my recommendation of spicy-ass ramen? I didn't, but that is a good recommendation, actually. That is non-ironically, unironically, maybe I should say, it is a very, very good suggestion. And it does make me feel better when I try something like that. Flats Fisherman, as of the last week or so, you're like that close to getting zipped, right? That close. You could be off in the flats all day long, fishing, doing your thing. Stop trying to get attention. Stop being annoying. My voice is a little lower, and I'm not going to push it as far because I'm sick, you absolute asshole. Sean, have you ever eaten breakfast at Metro? Best breakfast I ever had. Wish we had one here in Rochester. Very nice. All right, we're coming back. Everybody keep it together. We're going to talk about Washington, D.C. Did Trump fix D.C.? Let's take a look. Let's see what's going on. All right, here we go, folks.
Watch the best professional 3-on-3 players in the world live every weekend on CBS and Vice.
In 1920, a magazine article announced something incredible. 2 young girls had photographed real fairies. That article was written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the man who invented Sherlock Holmes. How did he fall for that? Hoax is a new podcast from me, Dana Schwartz, the host of Noble Blood.
And me, Lizzie Logan. Every episode, we'll explore one of the most audacious and ambitious tricks in history.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Hoax, and listen now.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, reesewindows.com.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had. This is
Facebook says DC has been an asshole for as long as I can remember. But does it have to? Does it have to be? That's the question. And what's going on over there? We'll check in on DC in just a moment. You can join us on the show, record a dispatch, record a video or audio dispatch, in fact, over at thenewsjunkie.com. I thought this was interesting, watching everything that's happening in DC. And for me, like, the most useful thing continues to be asking people who live in DC or like who have been recently, is it really bad? Is there a need for like additional assistance? Is like everything out of control in some of these neighborhoods in DC? Or is that not the case and this is like a giant overreaction? Because that's, to me, the real question. But I love the outsiders versus people who live in DC. And I'll give you the 1-2 punch of that real quick so you can listen to it. Here's some dude, if we are to trust him, who has posted a viral clip online.
You don't think he's a dude?
Well, I think he's a dude, but I don't like. He says that he's so pissed off that he's going to Washington, D.C., like to fight the National Guard, or
wait, he's mad at the National Guard for coming
in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's mad at Trump and the National Guard. And he's in his car, and he's abandoning his family and everybody, and he is going to D.C. because he's mad about this. So here's an outsider, and then we'll go to an insider who is in D.C. in a second. Here's an outsider.
I'm leaving my kids, my family, my house, my job, my cat, and everything else just to drive to D.C. right now. I'm driving from Michigan to Washington, D.C.
All right, let's map that. Michigan to Washington, D.C. in the car, if he's really driving to D.C. What kind of effort and time is this guy putting in?
All right, off the bat, that is 722 miles.
All right, that's not too bad.
How long does that take, Sabrina?
I think 11 hours.
Oof. All right. Okay. So that's a full day stretch.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably going like 90 miles an hour based on the veins coming out of his neck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a little upset. He's going over there. He's leaving his family behind. He's going to D.C.
Because Pedo 47 is a piece of shit, and I'm going to stick up for my fellow citizens. So you, MAGA. I'm on my way to D.C.
All right, he's on his way to D.C. He's incoming.
He said he left his wife, right? I know,
his
children
and the cat.
Children
and the cat.
Yeah,
cat hardest hit. Yeah.
Do you think his wife sees this video and goes, "Yeah, babe, good job"?
Maybe.
Go.
I don't know. I don't know what happens behind closed doors at some of these houses. Like, some people do take this stuff this seriously, and maybe there it does. But like for me, I would go, like, if Courtney was like, I'm so mad about the National Guard in Washington, I'm leaving everybody and I'm driving to Washington, I'd be like, you're crazier than the train horn guy. Like, I need to call somebody to help you out right now. You're crazier than that guy in California who is annoying his neighbors by adding a train horn to his house and blowing it all day. I would be worried. But this guy's like, I'm headed down there. I'm on. What do you say? I'm on the way. He's mad at Trump or whatever.
Because Pedo 47 is a piece of shit, and I'm going to stick up for my fellow citizens. So you, MAGA. I'm on my way to D.C.
It's got some kind of like pump up pop song in the background, like go fight them. Gonna fight the bad guys.
I'm not gonna deal with this anymore.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Like newfangled. Like we're gonna take on the power. And he's heading to D.C., so I see this guy.
Like that classic rap song, Take on the Power.
Uh-huh.
Take on the power. Take on the power.
Imagine if what if we just said fight instead of take on?
No, it's copyright. So.
No. Yeah, we'll go with take on. Now we go to Dwayne. Who's Dwayne? Well, he's a guy who's actually in Washington, D.C., and Dwayne has a very different vibe on things than the dude abandoning his family and cat and going to the nation's capital over the National Guard. So here he goes.
Man, down the city is quiet as a church mouse, man. I came all the way down Pennsylvania Avenue this morning. So peaceful, yeah. I don't smell no weed, yeah. I don't see no homeless people. I mean, I came all the way through the southeast side, all the way down here. You can see now I'm at the White House, jump, man. It's quiet, yeah.
I don't understand some of the things he's saying.
I like his
because
vibe.
He's cooler than me, and like I don't get half of this. But he's saying like it's quiet.
Church mouse.
It's quieter than a church mouse. He said he can't smell weed. There's no hobos out there in Washington, D.C. He says, like, it's nice. Put this up against the other rando dude who doesn't live in D.C. who's like, I'm headed over there. It's a national emergency.
I'm leaving my cat.
Yeah, this guy's like, hey, I think it's better.
It's a shame that it takes somebody to have to sit in your classroom in order for you to be in order, yeah? Because that's what it feels like, yeah? You got to be babysitter to do your job, yeah?
Yeah.
Stuff been out of control for years. You got to do better, yeah?
Heart monitor?
You got to do better, yeah? And mainly, young, you got the problems with us, man. It's always us giving everybody a bad name, yeah?
All right, Dwayne says he likes it better. He says it's quiet. He says it's a shame it took this, but everything seems to be better in his estimation. He doesn't smell weed or the hobos, and he thinks things are better off. It's so interesting to look at the varying takes on this, especially from like outsiders on TikTok and then people in a crappy neighborhood. Because I'll tell you why, like if I was in a crappy neighborhood, like some of the most annoying things to me would be stuff like the defund the police stuff. I'd be like, can you guys wait until my neighborhood is better and then you can talk about defunding the police? Like, can we defund the police in rich neighborhoods and move that over to the poor neighborhoods where we could use a little bit of help? It's like a lot of rich people are going, everything's fine. Or people who are outsiders, everything's fine, everything's good. And
coming
this guy's
from a guy who hasn't stepped foot in a crappy neighborhood in just decades.
I drive through them all the time, C-Lane. I cruise right through these garbage neighborhoods. And there's so many of them that could use a little fixing up like this. And one of the most frustrating things is, whether you agree with like the National Guard stuff or not, it is so clear that if somebody wanted to do something in cities like San Francisco, when they cleaned up just for all the like the Chinese visitors and the world visitors to come through, they cleaned up the streets, and people in San Francisco are coming out like, oh my God, can it be like this? This is amazing on the streets. I want to come out here every day. And they're like, follow the yellow brick road. They're out there.
They cleaned it up when I went there too. They
for you?
Just for you? Yeah. They said you're celebrating 1 year of keeping a child alive. We're going to go on a wine adventure. We're going to clean up the street. I only saw one. I mean, this one did it, for the rest of them, like put on a show.
Oh, really?
I saw a good half of his ass. And
he's good half ass.
He seemed to be he seemed to be on drugs, and he was trying to untie something constantly. But he was the only one. The rest of the time, squeaky clean.
But imagine you're in a neighborhood that sucks. It's crime all the time, and people are getting carjacked, and your car's getting broken into. And then all of a sudden, with a snap of their wrist, you see like, oh my God, it could be better. What the hell? Those are the people. Those are the people that I care about. And I want to hear from more of you in Washington. Send your dispatches, enter your emails as well to tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's see. We'll take a quick break. Sealand said keep it tight. Keep it tight. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about what's happening with Tropical Storm Aaron, a.k.a. possibly Hurricane Aaron. We'll see what's happening. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show. It's smart, it's stupid, and
Hey! Hang on, let me write that segment down.
Central Florida forecast. It's going to be hot today. No surprise, being the middle of August. But
Thursday, 11
7:15. Washington, D.C. update. Hang tight.
This report is sponsored by Stand Up to Cancer.
Jill Johnson Holtz welcoming you back to the City Center Convenience Mart. She's looking at the cigarettes, but she just scratched the gum off the counter.
Okay.
Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer.
How are we?
Hey, if you're thinking about going solar,
Bootsy, we're working on lining up secret shows. I'm not sure exactly when that's going to be, but I'll let you know as soon as we lock it in.
To learn that you can save a lot of money with this federal tax credit, but that's going away at the end of the year. And then just the folks at Solar Installers in Florida, they'll help you find the right price for you. They'll help provide savings. They're not going to.
Justin says you have to document every segment. No. For FCC regulations, they like somebody, I don't do it, to keep like some weekly notes of what sort of content we're talking about, but that's very loose. This is for a syndicated program called the News Junkie Weekend Edition.
Air conditioning, television, even.
Hello, Justin.
The creature comforts that you come to know and love, but Solar Installers in Florida can help you with that. They can get you a quote in 5 minutes or less if you call them at 407-777-5050. They'll even kick off an additional $500 if you mention
Folks,
the News Junkie sent you. So what are you waiting for?
when you think about somebody falling in love with an AI, somebody falling in love with an AI, more likely in your brain to be a man or a woman? Man or a woman? I ask this because on Reddit, the subreddit about falling in love with AIs is like all women. It's like all women. But I haven't ever pictured it that way. I've always pictured it much more like men. Like lonely gooners would be the people who are maybe falling in love with AI. Hello? Hi. Oh, you want me to turn that off? Hang on. Yikes. Too hot for TV. That's why I played it.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Going for it.
How fast are you going to go?
Too fast for you.
Let me tell you something, buddy. You ain't seen as fast as I can go. You want to see it?
Yeah. Whoa. Huh? That's pretty impressive.
You think so?
Yeah.
You going to go that fast?
Probably.
All right.
This summer, escape to a place where history echoes.
Well, be safe out there, please.
For epic beaches, embrace
Bye.
sunrise.
Bye.
From the historic charm of Old St. Augustine to 42 miles.
Did you guys see how fast I ran?
in Ponte Vedra and the beaches
It's pretty astonishing, huh?
brings a perfect blend of exhilaration and rejuvenation.
90 seconds and we're coming back.
At FloridasHistoricCoast.com.
Men all day, men, a woman. Now, you guys are a little bit more mixed than I would think on whether people who are falling in love with AI would be men or women. We see men with like the Her movie, Joaquin Phoenix and all that stuff. We see men portrayed as that way, as the lonely, desperate ones that'll fall in love with AI. But I mean, there's a surprising amount of women that are going in that direction too. And my theory is that women love words way more than men. Think about women's content in like romance novels and stuff like that. To me, that makes it way more likely that a lot of women who are very much into those things and also crossover lonely would end up falling in love with AI. Maybe I'm wrong.
Strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
All right, we're coming back.
And help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Let's go!
Live radio, trusted DJs, breaking news, live play-by-play, endless music, and podcasts just for you. It's the free iHeartRadio app. Radio your way. Join the millions who already have it. Download the free iHeartRadio app, the #1 app for radio.
Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at unbound.org.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Real Radio 104.1.
When good things go bad, bad things make headlines. This is the...
I'll tell you my theory as to why. My numbers are solid. They cannot be challenged. We'll see what happens in just a second. Join us with your comments at any time. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. When it comes to how I consider things in terms of the health of the economy, I'm a little bit different. I'm a little bit off the beaten path. My huge indicators are things like, is Arizona iced tea still 99 cents in a can? If it's not, if there's a change in Arizona iced tea is like, nope, we're going to $1.49. All hell is breaking loose. Chaos is happening. Get ready, buy an underground house. Costco hot dogs, another thing on my list. If Costco hot dogs, if the price increases of the Costco hot dogs, flee, run, go underground. Things are starting to deteriorate.
Else? I mean, I would have said the same thing a few years back about the dollar menu on McDonald's, but now here I am paying almost $3 for a McChicken.
Well, that's what brings me to the final indicator, and I say, is our economy spiraling? Are things going down? Forgive me, I have so much cough. I almost said cough sauce.
Take more. Cough sauce, cough sauce, cough.
I'm going a little cross-eyed. I got a little bit cough medicine overload here going up. But it brings me to the other indicator that there is something going wrong economically in the United States of America. And that is, apparently, word is coming down from on high. And I don't mean Washington, D.C.
Jesus?
I mean the highest point of the economy in the United States of America. From the tippity top of the Golden Arches over at McDonald's. And here's what I'm hearing. All right, these are the rumors. This could be economic downfall. Bedlam, as Trump said.
Doom.
This could be bad. There are now sauce policies, speaking of sauce.
Oh, excuse me?
All right, and these are apparently, they're being tossed down from on high over at McDonald's because the belts are tightening. Things are getting a little tougher out there. Blame what you want, but things are getting a little tighter out there. 4-piece nugget, you get 1 sauce. That's it. Want more, you're going to have to pay. Not right this second, but they're hinting at it. All right? They're hinting
dumb.
At it. 10-piece nugs, 2 sauces. That's all you get. You don't get any more than that. 20-piece nugs, 3 sauce.
3 sauces for
3 sauce.
20 nugs.
40-piece nugs, 4 sauces. I'm sorry. Have you ever had a 40-piece nug before? Do you know how many dry nugs are going into mouths?
Not to mention the fact that if this is what we assume is for more than one person, everyone has to double dip.
Yes,
you can't share a succulent meal of 40 nugs with friends without having to double dip.
They used to fill your bag. You used to say, give me some extra ranch. And, they'd throw so much at you that you go, oh.
I'll tell you what, man, filling the bag makes me think of Taco Bell. So if they were to start getting all sauce crazy and like that and charging at Taco Bell, that's when you know.
Well, it's happening at McDonald's. They're saying they're going to start charging 19 cents for any additional sauces that you might want.
Oh, see, that's such an awkward price because it seems just low enough that it shouldn't bother you. But it's going to either add up or, once you get nice and comfy with that 19 cents, all of a sudden 23 cents doesn't seem that bad.
It's the beginning of the nickel and diming of our fast food experiences.
Have the prices gone up for their sauces? Or they're just taking an opportunity to blame it on tariffs?
I think they're saying, like, where can we cut costs? And waste is the big one. Like, I remember the famous quote, which I always loved, from Heinz. And Heinz has said, we are not rich because of the ketchup you eat. We are rich because of the ketchup that you leave behind on your plate, which is pretty genius if you spend any time thinking about it. Don't, but just know
that's why I licked the plate at the end.
Get my money back. Take that. And if you
I'll tell you who's rich, Heinz.
If you go to McDonald's, they will give you with your 10-piece nugs 2 sauces. But if you want any more, starting soon, they haven't pushed it all the way there, but starting soon, they may start charging you like 20 cents for each one of them. And then when you go in 15 years from now, and the whole McDonald's is run by robots, operated by robots, bleep, 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 miso robots everywhere across the McDonald's. The robot checks you out and scans your stuff, and it's like, I see you have 14 ranches and 3 napkins and a couple of sporks, and they process all of your items, and then they go, now here's your new title, or your new total. All of the other things you were just getting for free before, but no. No, that's the sign of an economic downfall, that all of a sudden they're going to nickel and dime us for all of this stuff. It's just how it's going to go. And now they're saying that this is like the push down from McDonald's employees. They're saying they are limiting the amount of sauces you could get. 1 sauce per 4-piece or 6-piece nuggets, 2 for 10-piece, 3 for 20, 4 for 40, which is just preposterous. Let's be real. How many dips can you get out of one of those little
it depends. Are you just trying to
coffins?
Grace it with the dip, like get a little bit of the taste, or like a normal person, you want a little chicken nugget with your ranch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that's what most people are doing. I think you take it and you submerge yours. You to go all the way in.
I submerge easily, and then I go back for another submerge.
I've seen a couple unhinged people, and I don't trust you, and I won't hang out with you, who open up a little corner of the nugget sauces and then use it to squirt out the sauce on top of whatever they're doing, as opposed to just dipping. When it's a coffin. It's made for dunking. All right.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the spectrum, there's the 3D printed nugget sauce holder that attaches to your car's air vent. So you can do a little dippy while you drive.
That's advanced. That's the people who are listening to us driving around working right now. These are the real economic indicators. All right. So I'm a little worried seeing this. Snoop Frog on YouTube says, I've noticed they've been limiting the sauce for a little while now. Rachel says they're chicken McNuggets. Watch yourself, Rachel. You start talking about that, that's when you get the lawsuits fired up. You watch it. And let me tell you, no matter what you want to say, I will eat some of those McDonald's nuggets. I will pound some of those things if given the opportunity. But let us know what you think. Is this an indicator that we have some issues, or is this greed? What's happening? Let us know your thoughts. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Last time you've been to a live sporting event. All right.
I mean, I work them.
Yeah, that's right.
That counts.
She would be
that
more.
Counts.
Yeah, 3 times last week.
Sabrina has been to a professional soccer game.
Both women
as of
and
late.
men.
All right. And what about you, Sealand? I know you haven't been as recently as that.
I went to the season opener when Ashley was.
Did a drone just fly by?
No, that was my nose.
Oh.
That was just a little sound coming from my schnoz. I went to the season opener when Ashley was still like really new to pregnancy. So it's been a couple years. I don't think I've been to any live sporting events since then.
And you said sayonara sucker, good luck. I'm going to go out to this sporting event. Don't need you around here.
Like a month or 2. I hadn't told you guys yet.
Barely even.
I thought I got drunk and told Bradshaw that night, but apparently I didn't.
Or he's a lockbox.
It could be. Wait,
or he was drunk
he
too.
He is not a lockbox. Not
you
for
think
me.
you have hot tea? Jack Bradshaw does. Come on.
Boss man Bradshaw at the radio station gets all the drama, all of the good stuff over here.
Because he has to deal with half of it.
When you guys were at let's say, the last couple of live sporting events you've been to, have you ever encountered the fan that is too loud?
Yeah, I encountered that fan.
There's always, leave me alone. I've got too much medicine in me, okay?
I think more. You need more.
More
Have
medicine.
you ever?
Cough
I'm
sauce.
doing it already. I've got the cough sauce flowing, all right?
That's just tea, dude. We're
I know,
talking
but it's got-
straight from the udder.
No, that's not tea. That's the Dayquil
It's just
stuff.
warmed up Dayquil.
Yeah. That's to bring it up to temp, put it in a little thing, good to go.
Interesting.
Cough
There's
sauce.
absolutely been that loud of a fan, and especially working with Orlando City and Orlando Pride, like there is one person that I can think of. I know where he sits, and he has he is such a loud voice, but it's his off-pitch whistle that drives me absolutely bonkers.
Really? Do people
How is
around
a
this
whistle
person?
off pitch?
Thank you. Great question.
What's it sound like? What's it sound like?
It's not like my. It's just. But see, that's normal. Now go like vamos, Celine, if you could do.
Vamos.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And it just bleeds over everything. It's picked up by the broadcasting microphone.
Yeah.
And boy, is it loud. So yes, I could see
Do
someone
people
talking
around this guy
to
hate him?
I don't look at him in the eyes because I would be flipping some birds, I feel like. And I love his sportsmanship and his pride, and I hate his whistle.
This happened recently.
I think it's
during
kind
a baseball game.
kind of interesting to think that somebody like that could stand out at a soccer game where there's like a drum line
It's
and just
fascinating.
all kinds of chanting.
I'll get a
and-
recording for it because I promise you, both of you would be so thrown off.
This is San Diego versus San Francisco baseball game. And this woman, the whole game, was so loud and crazy that it kept getting picked up by the microphones, and they had to eventually go over and talk to her. And she's like, "What's the problem? I'm just a
That's
fan.
Embarrassing.
I'm just a fan." Here she is.
Our fan is back.
Oh my God.
She loves the Padres.
You're the broadcaster guy's like,
Sounds like the microphone's in front of her.
all game long, this woman who's sitting there is like, "Woo! Yeah!"
Our fan is back.
Santa?
Obnoxious or having fun? Obnoxious or leave her alone? She's having a little fun. What's the big deal?
I mean, if that's how loud it is that it's being picked up by the TV mic, then probably extremely obnoxious
Yeah, if you're right
and
next to him.
distracting. But
Yeah, God,
I don't know. What are you supposed to do?
I mean, it's better than. Go ahead.
Did you see the umpire going up to her about it?
No.
Or the security guy? I'll try to find it for you.
They did say that somebody did approach her, and she
Like-
was like, "I'm having fun. Leave me alone."
The old guy's like, "Hey, so you're very passionate. I appreciate that, but you okay?" And then she's
Everything
like,
fine?
I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean?
I like how the compliment is not really it sounds like a compliment, but it's like more of a shut up. I got that once at a concert, and I was like, "Oh no, oh that's probably bad." This lady in front of me was like, "You have a really good singing voice," and I was like, "Damn it, they didn't come to hear me."
No, they paid for something else. I was trying to find this other clip that I saw, and I know you guys saw this week, because a totally different experience was the lady who was like nodding off on fentanyl at the baseball game.
Oh.
Like her
Just a little
and
Fenty and classic American baseball.
I guess so. Her and her boyfriend go, and they're just like, just completely falling out on fentanyl in the middle of the game. And I'm like, what's happening over here in the sports world? Like this is popping
Cheap
off for
seat
everyone?
day?
Maybe.
How are the Fenty
Maybe.
people getting into the game?
I don't know. I worry about it, but I worry less about the people who are mega fans. Obviously, the fentanyl nodders; those are a whole different group altogether. Is this the clip here? Let me see.
Yeah. So
okay,
I mean, I grabbed what I could. So I'll be Be careful.
Hang on. Well, I mean, if there's cursing, there's cursing. We'll just have to dump it. But let's see. This is her being approached after being so loud during the game.
Oh, are you all right? You're kind of over anxious here.
This guy.
You're kind of over anxious here.
You okay? Just get a lot of anxiety over here.
He's like the most concerned dad that you'd ever see in your life. Hey, are you all right, man? You seem a little over.
Oh, are you all right? You're kind of over anxious here. You're getting
said, I'm sorry, I'll be quiet. And
He goes, I'm getting complaints.
I also love that you could barely hear her now.
Oh yeah, now she's like, because now she's embarrassed. Now I don't know how to feel about this. She said, I'm sorry, I'll be quiet.
You're kind of over anxious here. I'm getting complaints. Well, you don't have to be too quiet. Still keep standing up and yelling like crazy. It's good to yell for you for your team. I'm not trying to stop you from that. All right? You haven't been swearing, so you're all good as far as I'm concerned.
All right, that's good. There, now you know. He said you haven't been swearing, so you're all good as far as I'm concerned. But here's what the guy's saying. I don't want you to be quiet, but I don't want you to be this loud.
You're a little overly anxious, okay?
Yeah. If you could find an in-between
Take
spot,
it down
that'd be
to a
great.
3 or 4.
Sports fans, let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch or an email, tips, at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, I've been talking about the damn update on Tropical Storm Aaron. That's next. For realsies, that's coming up next. I promise it's happening, and that is coming up next in the News Junkie.
Smell that? It's almost football season. Hear the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all season here on Real Radio 104.1, courtesy of Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Traffic's getting by a little bit better now through the city on I-4 eastbound. That accident at South Street has been cleared. Keep an eye out for emergency crews off to the shoulder on the Turnpike southbound, just past that Hancock Road exit, clearing up an accident. Police activity are off to the shoulder on the Beach Line westbound, near that Innovation Way exit there, clearing up an accident. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in...
Hey! Getting all hopped up in the cough sauce here. I messed up like 20 words during that segment. I'm a cunning linguist. How can I fall victim to this? I am a cunning linguist, and I have not been cunning. Gotta get it together. I'm a cunning linguist. Excuse me. Good Lord, excuse me. I'm a cunning linguist. Doing damage. Next Lice broadcast, we need somebody to yell like that lady for at least one segment. I'm not going to a Lice broadcast. What are you talking about? Incoming. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Gator bite follow-up. Oh, they're still talking about fighting the 4-foot gator versus I'm sorry. Somebody's still talking about fighting the 6-foot gator versus the 4-foot rat. You have to choose one. Do you choose to fight the 6-foot gator or the 4-foot rat? Or was it the 4-foot gator and the 2-foot rat? I think that's what it was. Hi, Sean. First of all, love the show. So cool to see my video dispatch played on the YouTube stream. I'd like to offer you and the crew a free tour of the Claremont Chain of Lakes. The Claremont Chain of Lakes. I really appreciate that. That's very nice of you. I'm going to have to pass for now because I'm sick. We'll connect at some point, sir. 4-foot gator, 2-foot rat. That's right. I blame the cough sauce. Okay.
On fair pricing, install perfection, and customer satisfaction every time. Trust the leader. Trust FAS Exteriors. Schedule your free consultation now at FASWD.com.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This is the
News Junkie. Welcome into the world's most viral newsroom. Thank you for hanging out. You can learn more about the show, as always. Go visit the website, which is located very conveniently at thenewsjunkie.com. Tropical storm Aaron, Hurricane Aaron, it's incoming, man. And what's so funny to me, it doesn't matter that there's been like 18 days plus of warning on this thing. Like, if something gets close, people will inevitably be like, oh my God, I'm not prepared.
And I'm not going nowhere. I've been through 17 hurricanes. I don't care if I'm flooding.
I got one thing of Chef Boyardee, and I've got a couple frozen burritos, and I'm not moving anywhere. I didn't know this storm was coming. And you go, hey, this is like the longest out you've probably ever been warned about a storm in your life, I would guess. But people will still.
Which is even scarier, because the slower it moves, the bigger it gets.
Yeah.
More opportunity with the warm waters.
But
Yes
you
or
think
no?
you think that people would see that, Sabrina, and then just go like, all right, we've been talking about this for 2 weeks. Now we know that there's a storm on the way, and we don't have to last minute freak out and get all the toilet paper out of the grocery store. But it'll happen no matter what. It'll be that same outcome for some reason. That's what we're seeing out there quite a bit. So that storm is making its way over to the United States, just in case you have been living under a rock somewhere. The storm is slowly moving towards the United States and is going to possibly turn into a hurricane of the category 3 by around Sunday morning. It will be Hurricane Aaron at a category 3, the 5th named storm. But
congratulations, dummy.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Aaron. Hurricane Aaron. Potential tracks are all pushed off the East Coast. All of our friends, even in New York, looking like they might go clear this, but there still could be some pretty bad storms up the East Coast, and we still don't know. I mean, who the hell knows? I do like that a lot of the spaghetti models have this sucker staying away from the East Coast of the United States, right? So that seems good, but who the hell knows? That's why we watch this, even though it's quite early still for a storm like Aaron, and we're keeping an eye on that as the week goes on.
Spaghetti models look more and more
delicious
every time I see them, like they were just drawn by a child.
Yeah, it's like a
But
spirograph.
a European child, an American child.
It is
Mike's Weatherpage child.
This is all science, okay? And the science says that Bermuda is screwed, and the East Coast of the United States is going to be okay. Well, if all goes that way, that's what we'll end up with. All right, I wanted to share one more thing with you, and I meant to work this in on the show yesterday, but we weren't here, so I want to work at it today. Everybody was laughing at this college football dude, and I feel bad for him. Like, I actually feel bad for this guy because he was doing a press conference. I think he plays for Nebraska. Is that the Huskers? Is Nebraska the Huskers? Can we double check just before I sound like an absolute idiot?
Yeah, Huskers are.
Who are the Huskers in college football?
Corn Huskers.
Yep.
Nebraska Corn
okay.
Huskers.
Perfect.
Whoa,
Perfect.
crazy. What's their mascot look like?
The
Because
Corn
I'm not
Huskers.
getting a lot of intimidation by corn husking.
I think they're supposed to be pretty good. I don't know college football. You guys know more about it, I'm sure.
Well, they have Herbie Husker as one of them. And Lil Red.
No, is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, I believe you. The Huskers punter, Archie Wilson, was doing a press conference, and he started crying, and everybody started making fun of him.
Oh.
And I want to toss this out there because I've mentioned this before on the show, but I think this is like trying to lil bro people, trying to like talk down to guys in particular. If you've never genuinely gotten homesick, if you've genuinely gotten homesick at some point in your time, you're going to get this. You're like, oh yeah, I get it. Because he's from Australia.
Oi.
And in Australia, he had the dream to come play for the United States on some college football team.
I'm going to Nebraska.
And so he did.
Arr.
Like, he got drafted by Nebraska, and now he's here, and he's so homesick, and he's so sad, and he started crying during the press conference.
Yeah, I love it a lot.
What?
Yeah, I got two little brothers and a mum and dad, and yeah, that's the tough part about being here. I love them.
So he's talking about, somebody asked because they're a jerk, do you miss your family back in Australia? Do you miss them? And he goes, yes, I miss them. I miss my family.
Yeah, I love it a lot.
I love it a lot. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I got two little brothers and a mum and dad, and yeah, that's the tough part about being here. I love them a lot, and I miss them.
He's crying tears.
I mean, they know this is what's best for me, and it's good. I can still talk to them plenty over the phone, and they're coming here to see the first few games, so I'm looking forward to that.
See you later.
Thanks, guys. Great meeting you all.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Ever see two clips that give you the same exact energy, despite being two different clips? I just sent you the one that it
Somebody else crying?
immediately reminded me of.
I like how I don't know if he came to the realization that he had just cried a lot on what's going to be
All right, time's up. See ya.
TV or YouTube or wherever this is going to end up. But he's like, all right, try to forget everything that just happened.
Have a nice day.
Sabrina's saying vibes like this kid, right?
Andrew, are you excited for pre-kindergarten?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
Are you going to miss your mom?
No.
No?
Full crying.
Don't cry. Are you?
Yeah, he's going to miss his mom, lady. Why are you asking him
All
about
right, see you
that?
later. Have a good day.
Gonna miss your mom? What if she dies while you're at school,
Jesus,
kid?
Sean.
What
Bad
happens
field reporter.
if she dies? And then the kid starts crying. You're like, oh my God, he's crying. That kid for the football game is crying because if you have ever actually been homesick, it sucks.
But how long has he been away from home? What
He just
is
got
an
there.
adult amount of time to be homesick?
I think it could go on for a while. Like, because think about Australia. It's a really long way from Nebraska. Like, that's just the other end of the world.
What are the reasons that you get homesick? Is it the people you're missing? Because you've never been more connected to people.
It's not just that. It's not just the people you're missing. It's not being in your own bed.
Yeah.
It's not like if he
Well,
was
you got
if he
a
grew
new
up.
bed, bud. That's what college is.
Yeah, I agree, but I still have had those feelings. Like, when I was in Paris, I had a morning where I woke up and I was like crying. And I was like, Courtney, I just want to be home. And Courtney's like, what? Okay. You okay? And I've never had that before. A wave
You
of
cried
homesickness.
in Paris?
Yeah, I cried. I was right next to the Eiffel Tower in my hotel room.
Oh.
And I couldn't sleep middle of the night. I was crying in Paris.
Well, that's
I think
what you
there's a
get for
song
being in the
about it.
middle of that Eiffel Tower, bud.
I mean, it wasn't in the middle of an Eiffel Tower. I said next to physically.
I'd probably
the
cry a little bit if I were in the middle of an Eiffel Tower.
I wasn't
Just
in a
saying.
sexual move called the Eiffel Tower. You ridiculous people.
You were about to say the other RE, weren't you?
I wasn't about to say that. I wasn't. I was searching for a word, but the cough syrup is really taking hold. So
nice.
Drink more cough sauce.
All I'm going to tell you, cough sauce aside, is that I've really felt that. I have felt that before. And I don't think it is something to be ashamed of if you get homesick. It's okay. It's all right. Nobody told him about the tornadoes in Cornhuskin, says Ryan. Yeah. Cried in Paris is Sean's autobiography. How dare you? Dan says, the first time I went to kindergarten, came home the first day, my mom said it was fun. And then I had no idea that I had to go back the next day. I thought it was a one-day thing. Yeah, I can see how that might rock your world a little bit. The thing is, when you are halfway around the world and you're not with your pets and your loved ones and your family, and you can't go to a place that's familiar and you don't, it hits you like a ton of bricks. It hits you like a ton of bricks. And if it doesn't, then you don't have a home. Because if you're not getting homesick, then you don't have a home, or you haven't been away for long enough.
From what I understand, the home is where the heart is. So
it didn't work for me. Yeah, I was crying by the Eiffel Tower, just absolutely embarrassed. And I should have been crying for the service in the god awful Paris hotel room we stayed in. Smelled like feces the entire time. Got to get it together over there. Anyhow, let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com. Somebody says, we were talking earlier about the whistler, it was somebody at a baseball game that was being quite loud. And somebody said they had a video of the whistler Sabrina was mentioning.
Oh.
I don't know if this is real or not.
He curses a lot. So
oh, does he?
Be weird.
Oh.
I mean, not at the same time.
Be what?
Whistling. Weird.
Let's see. I don't hear it yet.
I heard it.
Oh, that's him? Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's whistling with a chant. Yeah, I
It's
see.
like it's just that perfect, like a herd of dogs are on their way to the stadium kind of whistle.
Yeah, I could see that. That's what we were talking about in the previous segment. Just in case you were wondering, be careful at these sports games. People don't like when you get too loud
Really
from
gotta
time to
clean it
time. All right. Somebody also sang about McDonald's to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. I said, what are the economic indicators is when McDonald's pushes through this thing where they're going to start charging you 19 cents for every extra dipping sauce you might want, and they only give you one. The McDonald's app has always been that way. But on the menu, if you go to sides and extras, you can add more sauces, normally for free. For now, friend. For now, Big John. Most McDonald's don't charge you for sauces that you add to your cart, but some do. If that is going to be more widespread, I'm telling you, that's my call on this. That's going to be more widespread, and you're going to start getting nickel and dimed more at these fast food places. It's going to be annoying at some point. It's going to happen to all of us.
I'm wondering if it varies from McDonald's to McDonald's on whether or not they charge you for sauces in the app. Is that an indicator that, like, maybe at that location people have been a little liberal with their sauce requests?
Maybe, yeah.
Like, and let me get 50 ranches.
They're looking at the numbers on the back end, and they're saying, you guys are just absolutely wasteful over here. And then everybody has to pay for it. That's how it goes. We always have to pay for some idiots who just can't keep it together. And then they ask for 400 sauces, and now we all got to pay if we want a couple extra there. All right, let us know what you think. Send your dispatches. Hopefully you're not whistling during them, but I do want you to be at least slightly excited. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Record your first dispatch right now. When we come back, we'll talk about something that adults have been doing. Yes, that's right. Adults, you wouldn't think adults would do this thing. Actually, it seems embarrassing that adults would do this. More embarrassing than getting homesick. But we'll talk about
by the Eiffel Tower.
Some grown adults are doing. Even more embarrassing than that. But we also have to talk about rabbits and their virus-induced horns that are making people panic, too. So we'll have to...
Are you okay, man?
This is a nightmare fuel picture that we're going to look at.
Oh, okay. I thought Sean's medicine was like really kicking in. He's like, there are rabbits with horns, and also I'm floating. And no,
this is real.
This is, imagine a rabbit that just got plucked out of The Last of Us.
It's a little scary. It's a little scary. What's going down? You're going to find out. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Take it out of your end.
Well, I'm already doing that. Everything is coming out my end.
Hey,
yo.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
2 right lanes are blocked on Summerlin Boulevard southbound at Lake Howell Road. There's a crash off to the shoulder getting cleared up on the beach line westbound near that Innovation Way exit there. You won't be running into any surprises on I-4 or I-95 affecting your ride. Traffic's piling up at the ramp junction where Florida's Turnpike meets the beach line. Keep left to avoid those delays. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at unbound.org.
Got an email this morning to tips@thenewsjunkie.com saying, was hoping you could do me a solid and ask C-Lane where he gets his fancy haircuts. My husband has been looking for a new place since a different place closed. Thanks, Shelby. Hammer and Nails is the place we've been talking about, and that's I went there for the first time a couple months ago. A coworker said, hey, you got to check this place out. There's actually a handful of
Well, hello.
Depending on what you can choose there, you can check out their website, hammerandnailsgrooming.com, to see all of the different treatments that they offer. They're very well experiences is what you're getting there. You sink into an oversized leather throne, you get your noise canceling headphones on, and you sip on your favorite beverage. They got a full bar from beer to bourbon, and let their skilled artists deliver a premium cut. Razor outline, warm foam, shampoo, scalp massages. The shaves are top notch, so I would encourage you to check it out, and Shelby, encourage your husband to do the same. Got my hair and beard done, looked like $1 million. I loved it. Treat yourself to Hammer and Nails.
If he does say so himself.
Locations in Oviedo, Winter Park,
I look like $1 million.
Find them online at hammerandnailsgrooming.com.
New cars now come with a ranch compartment. When that's true, America is fat and will never recover.
Yeah, I'm putting you up.
I mean, America's already fat and will never recover, but when that's true, America's really fat and will never recover. Question for you, chat. We're all adults here, right? We're all adults. What I want to ask you, as an adult, would you ever consider attending a sleepaway camp as an adult? Would you ever consider going to like a sleepaway camp as an adult? The Wall Street Journal is saying today that there's a lot of people who are adults, they don't have friends, and they're going to sleepaway camps to meet friends, to like meet people, to meet adults in your life. One sec. I want to test the water for this. Would you do this? Would you go to a sleepaway camp, let's say for like a week as an adult? Old-fashioned style, you get a little cabin, you're connected with some other people. It seems a lot like being a hobo to me, honestly. Like, you just, all of a sudden you're cabining up with some rando, and that person is also friendless. I worry. Three minutes, and we're coming back on the show. Tanya says, maybe if I were single, but probably still no. Isn't that just a resort, says Jillian Rose. I mean, technically, it would be like a singles resort, I guess. Does the camp have Wi-Fi, flat screen TVs, AC, and linen sheets? If not, no. I mean, I think you're going to have that. Like, it's going to have to be glamping at worst, right? This is going to have to be like a nice thing. But it's because people are so desperate to actually forge connections with new human beings. And our entire culture of meeting new people is built around having sex with them. Not even just in the United States. This is globally. Your entire culture is you're raised up, you meet all the people you're going to meet in your life basically when you're a kid. Then you go to work and you meet some people through work, but they're still kind of isolated being your work friends. And then when you're an adult, especially if you don't have a bunch of kids, you're screwed. You don't meet new people. Only way you meet new people is from having sex with them as an adult. You meet them to have sex with them, and then you don't hang out with them anymore. So people want to meet friends. With strangers? No. With friends? Yes. The whole point is because you don't have any friends. That's the whole point. You can meet some pretty cool people in the News Junkie Discord. True. Very true. Totally agree. 90 seconds and we're coming back. Very much agree. I think it's called Disc Camp. The Discord camp stuff would be fun, would be a lot cheaper than what this is, but I guess people are into it. Live in La Vida Local says that's the only reason I'm in this chat. That's kind of sweet. I like it. Sean, I Googled those rabbits and they're ugly. We're going to talk about these rabbits with viruses and they're like growing a bunch of weird stuff. We'll get into that in a second. Great Discord? True. For all you people who don't know what Discord is yet, just make the jump. It's a free community. Go hang out. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Click the Discord link. You'll find it. You'll figure it out. Okay. 30 seconds. We're coming back.
Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now. Like 80s Rock featuring Van Halen, Billy Idol, Aerosmith, Def Leppard, and more for your summer road trips. Crank it up all summer. 80s Rock. Commercial-free 24/7. I stay for a white wedding. Just open the free iHeartRadio app and find your next summer preset now.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
Welcome into America's most viral, the planet's most viral newsroom. Learn more about the show, the radio show, podcast, and live stream over at thenewsjunkie.com. Much like we have the no-fly list in America, which I think should be built upon. I think there are not nearly as many people on the no-fly list as should actually be on the no-fly list. I think we need other lists like this, and I think we should all agree that there should be a no-shopping list. There should be a list of people
that can't shop,
that aren't allowed to go.
Yourself.
That aren't allowed to go to the grocery store. All right, that aren't allowed to go. You end up on this list because of what you've done to everybody else, and then everybody gets together and we band together and suggest that you're on the no shop list. So you don't get to go anymore. You don't get to enjoy the freedom and experience of going through all of the grocery store aisles and getting whatever you want. This woman should be the first person on that list. I'm sure you guys have seen this viral video now out of Durango, Colorado. And the lady who's in the grocery store. Have you seen this yet?
I have not.
Yeah, tell me more.
Okay, here she is. This lady's in the grocery store. She should be on the no shop list. She is. She's trying to get her dog out of out of the food. And it's not a small dog.
The lettuce, too, man.
The dog is in the produce section, and it's not a small dog. The dog has crawled up all the way on top of all of the produce.
What was the last animal we had stuck in a produce section?
Was there another one like this?
It was a snake. I thought it was a snake.
I thought it was either a bird or a cat.
It was like a cop that was trying to get it out. Oh, no. Coyote?
No.
There might have been a wild animal situation. She might be right about that. But this is this woman's dog, and it went into the produce section of the store.
Coyotes and the cauliflower?
Well, this is just as bad. She's taking her dog because she probably was like, well, this is my, I need my dog here with me. It's my social, what is it called? My service animal? My service animal is with me.
Service animal is allowed, but if it's your emotional support,
Thing.
This one's probably much more emotional support. It's up and it's hiding in the produce at the grocery store. This woman should be on a no shop list, should never be able to go back to a grocery store again. Not the pup. It's not the dog's fault. She's trying to get the dog out of the lettuce, okay? It's ruined all of the produce that's anywhere around this
leash?
thing.
What is
no
happening
leash
here?
No, and it's a big dog. It's like it's a good sized dog that she got.
It looks like an Australian Shepherd.
I think it is.
Am I getting that right?
Yeah, I believe you're right this time.
I would think it would be in the meat section in that case.
It is not. No, it's in the produce section above everything. You bring your animal to the grocery store, it gets all up in everybody else's food like this. See you later, bitch. You're shopping elsewhere. Or this is the nicest I'll be. You can mobile order now. That's it. You can mobile order, but you don't get to come into the grocery store with the rest of the normal
You were about to take away just any sort of food shopping altogether?
Yes.
Let her starve?
The extremist of extreme offenders can't even Instacart?
Yes. Wow. Yes, absolutely. The only way to make sure that people follow the rules is if there are pretty extreme punishments. You want to go to the grocery store with everybody else, you make sure you follow the rules. Otherwise, you don't get to go to the grocery store. All right? You can mobile order, maybe. I'm a maybe on the mobile order. You'll stop acting like this. You'll stop thinking you could bring your little animal along with you and it can crawl around in everybody else's produce. You'll stop doing that the moment you realize, like, oh, what if I have to grow my own vegetables? What if I have to try to get my own food? Yes, that will change everything immediately.
She is one step ahead with the meat of it all. She has a dog that can herd.
She could.
Lamb.
She's not using them correctly, though.
No.
Right now, this is bad. Dennis says, thankfully, it's just lettuce. Well, yeah, first time it's lettuce, and then some actual food will be ruined by this.
There's some cabbage in there, too.
Yeah, it's all like the dog is stomping on everything because the dog doesn't know any better because you shouldn't be doing this.
Honestly, though, how the hell did that dog get in there?
He's so far in there, folks. You can't see that the dog is like just his head is poking out of the lettuce heads. And it's just like a little bit of them. And then she pulls them out.
It's like the dog saw a hole, didn't know what was behind it, but said, screw it, diving in anyway.
It looks comfy. And the dog, and then you're pulling it out, and people are like, man, what's
me
going
in my
on?
20s.
Yeah. Durango, Colorado. This is our lesson. It ain't the sweet pup's fault. This is a cute little dog. I love this dog. I got no problem with this dog. All right, pup? I have a problem with this bitch, okay? You're the one that's the problem with the two of these animals here. And we cannot just let this happen. We have to have established rules. You violate the rule, you're on the no shopping list. Let me know if you think this would improve the world. Thank you for your attention to this matter. We'll see what you have to say about all of this and more. We'll get in a couple of dispatches. I think it's time. We haven't worked in very many dispatches today. But before we get to this Wall Street Journal report that I was talking with our friends on School Mike during the break about, I want to work in at least one or two comments. Here goes nothing. Let's see. Michael is talking about extra sauces at McDonald's with rumors that they're going to start charging if you get more than one of them. Here we go.
Hey, junkies. Hey. Michael P. checking in with you guys.
Hey, Michael.
You struck a nerve there with the charging for extra sauces. I grew up getting chicken sandwiches from Burger King, and I always got a honey and a barbecue, and I dip in each. And I asked for a barbecue. They gave that to me, and I said, can I get a honey? And they said, oh, that'll be a quarter or 50 cents or whatever. Now, mind you, I just paid like $18 for these two value meals.
True.
And I go, are you kidding me? And she's like, yeah, it's 25 or 50 cents or whatever for the second one. And I looked at her and I go, all right, I would like a full refund for all this food. I'm not going to eat it. And it was like a staring contest for a second. And she reached down and gave me the honey. It's like, are you kidding me, dude?
Yeah, you won that battle, though. You won that.
You know whose sauces are kind of on the pricey side. When you want to add up a bunch of them, you want to have some variety in your dips.
Chick-fil-A?
No, Papa John's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 50 cents a pop.
Wow.
For an extra little garlic sauce, a pizza sauce. Any of the sauces are 50 cents.
Bologna.
Yeah. Now,
that's
some of them are worth. When they used to have that Doritos Cool Ranch sauce, totally
that didn't
worth
last very long.
Unfortunately, because it tasted like.
Yeah, but that's an item that helps you eat their food. It's not too different than if they charge you for Parmesan or red pepper flakes or something. It's like that's nobody wants. Who's eating dry nugs? nobody's just eating nuggets and just not dipping them in anything. Maybe a couple of people are.
Right. Your argument is that you can eat the pizza by itself and you don't need to dip it and stuff.
I think if you offer up these little accoutrements, they should be free. Mm-hmm. They should be free. Now you can have some limit on it, but the limit should be way more than one.
You still get the free 1 or 2 garlic sauces that come with it, but then anything else you add on that app or
let's say I'm having
website.
a pizza party though. I'm having a pizza party for a whole classroom, and I want a bunch of them so that everybody can get some of this stuff.
And
they're going to give it to me.
Some places will provide accordingly to the amount that you are buying.
Mm-hmm.
Like Chick-fil-A was really good about that. If you were going to get a whole platter of nugs, they were like, okay, forget the million little sauces. Here's the whole tub on us.
Right.
Mostly because it's so expensive to get a platter. But now you're limited. I used to get, if I were to order just the single meal, I would just keep pressing the button. Uh-huh. And it would come with 15 Chick-fil-A sauces.
Yeah, because that makes it better.
No mo.
That makes it better. Now they're starting to crack down on all of this. All right, real quick, let's talk about these crazy rabbits. This isn't just some fever dream for me. Deep in the cough sauce today. This is real. There are rabbits in Colorado that have been observed, with horn-like tentacle growths due to, let's look this up because I am not initiated. I am not familiar. Shope papillomavirus?
Mm-hmm.
Is that like HPV? But Shope, S-H-O-P-E, papillomavirus, SPV. This is a real virus. Specifically, papillomavirus that affects rabbits.
Oh my God!
Oh yeah,
it's weird, right?
It's grossing me out.
And then these rabbits are showing up across Colorado, and people are seeing them. And half of them are stoned out of their mind.
Poor bunnies.
And then they're seeing these bunnies, and the bunnies.
One.
It's got tentacles all over its face. The rabbit does. I'll put this up on CNN.
Horns like a ram would have.
No, and they're way less pleasant than that. Yeah,
oh my God.
People are finding all these rabbits all over the place, and they have these little growths, these spike growths coming
really
out of their faces. I'll put this up during the break over on the See It Now section of the newsjunkie.com. They're telling us that there's no reason to panic, but I don't know. I'm kind of panicking. It's very weird, all of this, and it would freak somebody out if you saw this. Cottontail rabbits. Shope papillomavirus, which causes wart-like growths that protrude from their faces like metastatizing horns, according to this. They have given them unflattering nicknames like Frankenstein bunnies, demon rabbits, zombie rabbits, but it's nothing new. This is what influenced, by the way, the jackalope myth. The whole thing about the jackalope, fast as fast can be, you'll never catch me. You know this or no?
Is that with the tortoise?
I've heard of a jackalope. I just didn't know what the myth was.
5 people will understand the jackalope thing, but I guess this is where it comes from because people will see the rabbits out and they'll have all these growths on them and they'll go, what the hell is this thing right now? Very odd. I'm going to put that up again in just a moment here. Let me actually get a good screenshot of this. It's a weird-ass photo. We're going to put this up on thenewsjunkie.com. Hit the menu. Go to the See It Now section. You'll see all these photos, a whole collection of them. All right, when we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
I'll tell you. What's coming up on the next episode? Marilyn Manson is once again causing controversy, and this time with the beautiful people of Mexico. Iggy Azalea is retiring from music, and her new venture is a really financially sound one. Not. Plus, look what you made Taylor Swift do, Internet. Find out what and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
This report is sponsored by iHeartAdvertising.com.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today
Hi, everybody.
You know, all eyes are on this tropical storm Aaron right now. Will it be a hurricane?
Don't worry, everything's fine with the tropical storm.
They're going to follow where it just misses us and turns around to the right, or does it do something else? Hopefully, you know, we're safe from this one, but the next one could be the one that hits your house. You need to have your home protected with those.
Have you guys seen these YouTube stings, like the YouTube child sex predator stings? I'm sure you have. There's a big YouTuber by the name of Gideon. Probably a couple of you familiar with Gideon. And Gideon, pretty talented guy, makes some interesting videos. And he recently did a bust that's popped into these news stories, and that's made its way into the viral news world today. And I gotta turn this down. Hang on. He's done one of these busts where they go after these child sex offenders, and once again, people are freaking out. Like, why didn't you arrest this guy? It was like some guy at like a baseball game kind of thing, and everybody locally was like, why didn't you arrest this guy? And the cops go, we can't just arrest these people. If somebody does a YouTube bust and they confront somebody out in public and they're like, you sent this message and this message and this message, the cops can't really do anything because the person they were talking to wasn't actually a minor. Which is what's happening with these YouTube stings where they try to get these child sex predators. There's nobody involved that's actually a minor. A long time ago on To Catch a Predator, they, perverted justice, had to use like actual underage people so that there was somebody messaging involved that was a kid to make it a crime. And there's been a lot of these stories like this where people are saying, like, you busted them, they went viral on YouTube, but you can't arrest them. Yes, I watch these nonces. The UK is the best pred hunters, says Barbara on Facebook. I'm not familiar with that one, but I've seen a bunch of them. They use decoys. I mean, it's just crazy. It's like, it's one of those things where clearly we all know the person is bad and is a problem and it's gross, but they technically didn't break a law. If you want to see him on YouTube, it's Gideon. Jii, I think. The guy dressed like a shrub is my favorite. Man Kickin says, no sauce with your nuggets? That's crazy. Crazy, like no syrup with your pancakes. Weird people out there. Very, very different. One is a device that is by design, in every measurable way, made to dunk. It is in fact like a tortilla chip. As in, this piece of food is transformed from something that you eat alone, like any other chip, to a tortilla chip where you eat it by dipping it in something. The nuggets, you're not eating them raw, you're dunking them in something. Whereas the pancake can be enjoyed on its own, dry, as I often like to enjoy them. The pancake wasn't originally designed to have all of this bullshit on it. But then you guys turned into grown infants and started putting like sprinkles and little fountains and whatever weird shit you could think of on top of it. Very, very different. I've never heard of anybody eating a dry pancake. If it's grab and go, like if you go to the to-go pancake place and you get your pancakes and you just eat them and like walk and talk pancakes, you don't put anything on them. You eat them dry. Not like nugs. I thought this was pretty simple.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the
Cat butthole, that is the fattest thing I've heard all day.
That's about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions and
30 seconds, coming back.
and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Think It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at thinkitup.org.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The only show brave enough to admit we Google half this stuff. This is the news.
Things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Stand by for that. Also, we'll get to more of your feedback. You're sending in your dispatches. Send in a video dispatch. Why not? Hang out with us today. Send that over at thenewsjunkie.com. I wanted to show you a couple of things here before the next episode. One being, I guess Trump was talking about grass, and he got caught up in things. And he just started going deep on the grass front. Let's hear what Trump has to say about grass.
I heard this. We're going to be redoing the parks, redoing the grass. You know, grass is a lifetime, like people have a lifetime. And the lifetime of this grass has long been gone. When you look at the parks where the grass is old, tired, exhausted, we're going to redo the grass with the finest
sleepy grasses.
Mm-hmm. I know a lot about grass because I own a lot of golf courses.
I know a lot about grass. This is what I feel like
The greatest grass.
when we're about to go for a walk and Courtney goes, why is there like burned grass in our front yard? And she'll ask about like the grass. I never thought I'd be dealing with grass so much in my adult life. But she'll be like, why is some of the grass in the front yard burned? And I'll be like,
we're going to be redoing the parks.
We're redoing it?
You know, grass is a lifetime, like people have a lifetime.
Sure.
And the lifetime of this grass has long been gone. When you look at the parks where the grass is old, tired.
Is that true, grass people? Does grass have a lifetime? Because I didn't know about that. Like,
I don't know. I've had a big issue with my grass. I have 5 different types of grass.
That happens a lot. Yeah, like the grass will even jump over from your neighbor's yard into your yard and be like, hey!
I wish they would because I have the weirdest grass of all the neighborhood. Everybody's like, how beautiful and pristine. They have the little signs out. It's been treated. And mine's like, bing, 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 bing.
Are you sure yours is all grass? Because I have a lawn, in the back.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly weeds, but
yeah, because that's how it naturally goes. You know how much work it takes to have one of those lawns where it's just pristine and perfect?
It is?
Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's nightmare fuel, man. It's nightmare fuel, but I didn't know that. Maybe that's real. Maybe that's not. Let us know. Send your dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Woo! Yeah!
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. If you're ready to have a great time like Sean just did, hit it if you can. I don't know if he deleted it.
Woo! Yeah!
You got to work with That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com is where you can start the process of refinancing your beautiful home that has great lawn and front yard grass.
Beautiful grass.
The greatest grass. Or if you are looking for your dream home and everything in between. Be sure to work with a legend and your friend, especially when it comes to very confusing times in all that mortgage world. He's going to make sure to walk you through the process. Go to ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
He said in that clip, he knows a lot about grass because I built a lot of golf courses. How hands-on do you think he was in building each of those golf? Was Donald
He planted
Trump
them.
there, like
Tiny little hands.
picking out, the length of the grass and where the greens would be? You think
he's out there? He's got little scissors, just making them absolutely
Good grass.
perfect.
Good grass. Grown in the United States.
Hopefully.
Speaking of the U.S., 148 years ago, 1877. Sean, you remember this? I know.
I was not alive.
Thomas Edison coined the telephone greeting. Oh.
Hello.
Hello is correct. In a letter addressed to the president of the Telegraph Company in Pittsburgh, a.k.a. lots of V headed his way, Edison suggested that hello was better than ahoy, which some idiot named Alexander Graham Bell suggested.
loser?
What
Never amounted to anything.
Can you imagine if they went with Alex's suggestion?
Yeah, we would all say ahoy.
Ahoy, you've reached Office Depot. How can I help you?
We wouldn't know the difference. We would just think that was the right way.
They wanted us to say hello? That's so weird.
Let's bring back ahoy. And speaking of ahoy, not really. It's 9 days away until the last of the Real Laughs summer series in Mount Dora. So if you are ready to laugh your ahoy off, then please join us, realradio.fm/comedy. It's going to be me headlining. We have Miguel Colon hosting, my good friend Emily, DK, Ken Miller, and Christopher Dolores Lane.
That's right.
Well, I'll be a part of it. I am super stoked. I have also locked in some whiskey tasting, some saxophoning, and I'm working on a little bit of legal weed drinking.
How much whiskey can everybody taste?
Whatever your mouth desires.
All right.
I'll tell you what.
That's accepted. Challenge accepted.
And also, if you're looking to see where to stay, because Mount Dora may be a couple miles from where you live, go to the website, realradio.fm/comedy. There is a great little deal from Lakeside Inn. And I'm also working on a great joke about Lakeside Inn.
Nice.
Of course, in all good fun. Nothing terrible, but it's haunted. Taylor Swift broke the internet.
She definitely broke her own website, is what I heard.
Yeah, I guess so. Taylor Swift, she appeared on the Kelsey Brothers podcast, and they're calling it the break of the internet of 2025. The biggest news is that she shared the cover, track list, and release date of her new album, The Life of a Showgirl.
Ooh.
This was inescapable yesterday. If you scrolled through any of your social
I only saw one
medias.
thing, and it blurred out the album cover.
That was the teaser that they dropped before the episode of In the Heights was actually released for listening, which, when my wife came home from work, said, is it okay if I finish my podcast? That was the one she was finishing, meaning she wanted me to turn the TV off so she could hear the rest of Taylor revealing the album and saying what each of the tracks were called.
Did you do it?
Yeah, I didn't care.
12th album, by the way. Also,
what has become of you?
Limited amount of 4 different CDs, each with a different cover and accessory, like a necklace or keychain. Hot damn. And C-Lane, while I'm talking, I'm going to go ahead and switch over so I stop freezing with the weirdest faces. Also, some tidbits. She shared the 12-song track list, and some of those titles include Hey Girl, and
all right,
It's Me, and Ooh. And she actually, I don't have any of those.
There's
listed.
a song called Ooh? That seems like very phoned in.
How about this? Aw, there won't be any bonus songs. Sorry to break it to you. I know everyone loves those bobos.
She made the album while she was on tour. Like, she did it
What doesn't she do?
during
Slow
the Eras
down.
tour. I know. It's
I
really,
also-
could you at least, like, take a break so we can look like we've been more productive? Because
Absolutely.
this is an outrage.
Yeah, and also, my arm is about to
You're
fall
good.
off.
You're good. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. I was trying to hold up my laptop as if I have the strength for that. Moving on.
It's a laptop.
Drink some milk. What's going on over there?
Yeah, it's a very heavy laptop, and I'm trying to talk
it's
at the
a
same
MacBook.
time.
You-
Come hold it,
come on,
T-Lane. Come hold
Grandma.
it for me.
Can barely
How
carry
about
this
that?
laptop.
How about
You see
this?
how thin they make them these days?
I was trying to also glide it across all the buttons in front of me.
Just drop it. Just drop it right on the
just
board.
Put it down.
I'm gonna drop this piece of news.
It looks like there's a GoPro on a pizza that you're actively making right now. That's like
a GoPro on a pizza?
Yeah, the way the camera's looks like you're holding
because
it in your hand.
it's a laptop, dude.
Put it on the thing. Isn't there a thing?
The thing was covered with another laptop.
Put it on the other laptop. Just start stacking them up.
Okay, and then you'll hear all the sounds at the same time, including this one. This gal right here, she's done with music.
Iggy Azalea.
Iggy Azalea's right.
Damn it. Well,
what'd you say?
She done with music, or is music done with her?
She said she has retired. Splash. Okay. And she's moving on to something a lot more solid and lucrative and absolutely part of everyone's retirement plan. And that's
definitely.
realradio.fm/comedy. 9 days away. You can curse there. I'm done with that story.
So Iggy Azalea, what does she have? Iggy coin?
It's called Mother coin.
Mother coin.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah, I'm done.
But you can also search Sabrina Ambra Iggy Azalea, and you can see quite the toe, camel.
Oh, yeah, that's
you could say camel toe. You're allowed to say camel toe.
More of a moose knuckle.
Oh.
Just very fine-looking people in Mexico.
How's that looked at in the the female world? No, I was just thinking about women in general, not lesbians.
Apparently, it is back.
In the male world, it's like, bigger is better, and there was, I'm gonna mind
as far as like their genitals.
Yeah,
I always thought it looked, it was like shamed, but as of the last couple years, the bigger the lips, the more
the ships,
the drips. I don't know. It's like a good thing. Like you want to have giant.
I understand. I understand.
Oh, now I can.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now you're kind of getting into a very descriptive world where
I'm sorry.
You're talking about dripping lips, okay?
Anatomy, baby. This guy right here.
Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
He's back in the news, causing controversy, and this time he's doing it in Mexico. Very, very strange. He was hired because, got to make your money, I suppose, after avoiding that whole sexual assault lawsuit.
Yeah, people just kind of forgot that, I think.
No, sexual assault.
Yeah, they didn't come after him like they did for other people.
You know what they never forget is the rumor that he took out a rib in order to
that one sticks.
Sing into his own microphone, if you know what I'm saying.
Right.
He was booked by the governor of Mexico, or at least in a city of Mexico, San Luis Potosí. And he played the city's annual state fair, August 10th. The booking generated protests, but also over 200,000 fans to see
Jesus.
Marilyn Manson himself, citing the appearance as inappropriate for the family-friendly event. The kiddos were all there.
Okay, if this was a family-friendly event and you had Marilyn Manson on the bill, that is definitely a misconnection.
Unless he did like heavy metal versions of your favorite family-friendly songs.
Like
hit it, Zealand.
The Wiggles.
Fruit salad.
Yeah, we did it.
And that's why Zealand's going to be over August 23rd in Mount Dora for the comedy show. This is all I have for you. I also need water in my mouth. So let me tell you about the boob tube, shall I?
Sure.
Celebrity Family
As long
Feud.
as it's not over that Iggy Azalea song.
I thought it was edited. I'm sorry. Celebrity Family Feud, the Globetrotters versus the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders. That should be fun. We also have the 6th season finale of Press Your Luck on ABC, Bob's Burger season finale, first season finale of Revival, and just like that, also in a finale, episode 6 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, and you can catch Pedrito Martinez Group featuring Bill Murray on Fallon. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram, at Sabrina Ambra. Most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we come back, we have so much more to get into on the second half of the show for those of you who are along for the ride. I'll tell you, last night Courtney and I, so it's always hard at this point to find something that we haven't seen already, but we're like, hey, we need to fill some time here before we watch a movie tonight because I wanted to stay in because I wasn't feeling well. And we're like, we need a docu-series, like a 2 or 3 part docu-series. And we burned through all of them. And then she goes, oh, shoot, I don't know if we've watched this.
You finished Yogurt?
Well, that's not all the way out yet. We've watched the 2 that are out, but the Yogurt Shop Killer thing I'm super into. I find a lot of that interesting. But last night she goes, what about this one? And we talked about this story on the show a little bit, but it was capturing their killer, the girls on the high bridge. That was in Delphi, Indiana. Those were the girls like where one of them turned her camera around for a split second and filmed this guy on the bridge that was going to attack them. And that was
like
the
2
only...
13-year-olds, right?
Yeah. It was these very young girls who were out in the woods, like on this bridge, and there was some creeper guy following them. And one of them thought enough to pull out her camera and record for like a second or two. And they just barely got this snapshot of this bridge guy. And then that was what started this whole chase to find these people. Because we only had talked about it on the show briefly, I was not very connected with that story. It definitely, there's reasons why people might be fired up after watching this. So I want to talk about that when we come back. Also, the story from the Wall Street Journal that I was going to get into. We got to get into a big problem out there at the Florida lakes. Oh, boy, there's a huge fight happening over what? We'll hear that together. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Storm season is here, and Florida power outages are no joke. Win a $20,000 battery backup from Solar Source. Enter now at iHeart.com/solar before the next storm hits.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There's a crash getting cleared up affecting multiple lanes on Summerlin Boulevard southbound at Lake Howell Road off to the shoulder. Crews are clearing up an accident on the beach line westbound near Innovation Way. You're going to run into some familiar delays on I-4 this afternoon eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. No serious problems on the major roadways affecting your ride at the moment. But if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you are
heading down. Many people have loans in the 7s or even 8% range. And if you're one of them, you should explore the savings or a refinance and explore it with that mortgage guy, Don. A refinance.
Anybody watch that series? It's on Hulu.
No hard credit inquiry.
About the Bridge Girls? Anybody watch that, or was it just me? If you watch that, the documentary or docu-series on Hulu about the Bridge Girls, tell me what you thought. Bootsy says not yet. I'm telling you, it's very rare that I watch something like that and I go, I am not convinced. I am not convinced that this man who's behind bars and will very likely be for the rest of his life, I am not convinced 100% that this guy was the person who did it. It is a very, very, very crazy story. And I want to get into some of the ins and outs of that. It's not a spoiler type thing, but Vicky says his wife is totally defending him. What do you think about how she's doing? Is she doing a good job defending him, Vicky? It was disturbing. She looks stuck in the 80s. Yeah. I'm not convinced either, but, says Barbara, they cover how the defense wasn't allowed to present all theories. They did they covered how they weren't allowed to toss out anything that was like a conspiracy. So they got into like the Odin stuff and like, was this some like Satan group thing?
If you don't have one, you gotta go visit my friends at Watsy's Meat Market and get yourself a big green egg. They have the lowest prices.
She's afraid of him, says Dwayne. His wife is afraid of him? Why? She's really sort of believable in that she believes it? I mean, watching the interrogation footage of this guy, who I'll explain it in the segment coming up here. I really felt like I was watching a guy who didn't do something, and the cops try to like pull mega cop on him. They're like, isn't it true? Isn't it true? And like the cops try to turn the tables on him to get him scared, and the guy's like, get out of here. Like, he seemed like he didn't do it.
That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Because she knows he did it, but is defending him? I disagree. My read on that is not that she knows he did it and she's defending him at all. At all. She knows that he's saying he did it. She knows that he's admitted to doing it. But that's where things get really, really complex. I'll explain. Okay, we're back live on the show in 3 minutes. Thanks for hanging out. Welcome on board, everybody. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button. It's free to do on YouTube. Hit follow over on Twitch. All the false confessions is messed up, says Marla. How many shows have that happened? Making a Murderer, the yogurt shop one. This is what I was trying to explain the other day, and I probably didn't do it because I was on the verge of getting sick with enough effectiveness. But we as Americans have such an impossible time imagining that someone could confess to a crime that they didn't do. However, following stories in viral news for my whole life, I know without a shadow of a doubt that people can. If you go to Italy, Amanda Knox, 1,000%, with everything in me, I know, Amanda Knox did not kill Meredith Kercher. Yet they came up with this whole scandal and, sex cult thing, and she killed a roommate because she was trying to get her in a threesome, and all of these things. And Amanda Knox, under pressure of questioning in Pergola, Italy, or wherever it was, admitted to doing it, even though she didn't. But it's kind of crazy to us that somebody could admit to doing something they didn't do. I think our judicial system sucks. Look at the Karen Reed trial. I mean, Karen Reed is like the reverse of this for me. Lots of psychopaths can convince people they didn't do it. I don't know that you've seen this, if that's your take. I'll explain. I'll explain this new Hulu docuseries and why it kind of shakes me a little bit right now. We're coming back.
It all comes down to Daytona. The Coke Zero Sugar 400 returns as the Cup Series regular season finale in 2025. Last year's Coke Zero Sugar 400 saw Harrison Burton secure a playoff spot with his first career Cup Series.
Tanya, it's the Delphi Bridge Murders. Okay? Delphi Bridge Murders. I'll talk about it here.
Zero Sugar 400 saw Harrison Burton secure a playoff spot with his first career Cup Series victory by a margin of 0.047 seconds. Reigning back-to-back Daytona 500 champion William Byron will be looking to become the first driver since Jimmy Johnson to win both Daytona Cup races in a single season. Race fans, enhance your race weekend by adding the Hard Rock Bet Fan Zone and pre-race access. To get more information, go to the website DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com or give them a call 1-800-PIT-SHOP.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Need more animals, more gators, and more fun? Y'all need Gatorland.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeart Radio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword music to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's music to 200-200.
A safe haven of sorts for all of the 95%ers. This is...
We watched last night, 3 parts on Hulu, and honestly, it definitely shook Courtney quite a bit. Like, she was starting to get angry. She was like, "Oh my God, I don't know if this guy's actually guilty." There's a new series. Well, it's newish. It's in the last couple of weeks, and it's on Hulu, and it's called "Capturing Their Killer: The Girls on the High Bridge." And if you don't remember this, it happened back in 2017. It was 2 girls, Abby Williams, who was 13 years old, and Libby German, who was 14 years old. And they had a day off of school, and they were on some hiking trail in Delphi, Indiana. And so they're just kind of wandering around like little kids do. You know how it is. And they end up on this area, sort of like Stand By Me with the train tracks and stuff. And as they're on these train tracks and they're supposed to come home, they never come back. And so their family members start to get worried, and they go out and search for them and stuff. And then they end up finding their bodies. And by their bodies, they find one of them, their cell phone is right there. And on their cell phone, this young girl was smart enough to know, like, something creepy is happening here. This is not good. So she takes out her camera in the last moments of her life, and she records this creepy guy that was following them.
God, and it was just a glimpse, right?
Very quick. Here's the actual footage for those of you watching on YouTube and Twitch, right? You just see them. They're walking down the train tracks. You just see somebody. Oh, this is recreated with something, I think. Oh, there he is back there. There he is. Yeah. So you just see this guy for a split second. All right, there, and her friend runs by her. So they just show for like a split second, you see this man that they ended up calling Bridge Guy. All right. And there's this guy on this bridge. And so they believed that since the girls filmed this guy in their last moments, like, clearly he must be the person who killed them. And I agree. Like, they're in the middle of the woods. The girls ended up dead. There's nobody else out there. She filmed this guy for a reason, because he was being weird. This guy, whoever's Bridge Guy, killed these 2 girls, right? So after this happens in 2017, they blast it out on the news everywhere. And you'll see like the whole thing on this Hulu series, Capturing Their Killer, the Girls on High Bridge. But they blast it out to the news, and everybody watches this. One of the guys that watches it is a guy named Richard Allen. And Richard Allen goes, "I was out in those woods earlier in the day, right where these girls went missing." And his wife goes, "You should call the police. You should tell them what you know, because anything can help." They're saying like any information can help. And he goes, "Okay." And so he calls up and he does a report, and he's like, "I was out in the woods that day, and I didn't see anybody else out there, but blah, 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 blah." And they give this report, and then he hears nothing. And there was no updates on the case for a long time. They kept getting close, but they never got anywhere. And all of a sudden, years and years later, like 5 years later, they call him back up. And they're like, "Hey, did you put this report in saying you were at the same scene where these girls were?" And he said, yeah. And they go, "Can we ask you a couple of questions?" Sure. He willingly comes in to talk to the police. And when he comes in, the police go, "Do you remember what you were wearing that day?" And he's like, I don't know, jeans, blue jeans. And I usually wear sweater. He's like, "I usually wear Carhartt jackets, like a blue or a black Carhartt jacket." And the guy in the video is wearing jeans and a blue jacket. And so when he says that, the cops are like, "You just perfectly described the Bridge Guy, the guy in the video that we think killed these young girls." And he's like, "Yeah, I mean, it's jeans. I was wearing blue jeans and a jacket. Like, this is probably the most common thing ever." And they go, "Oh, I don't know, sir, but you also are admitting you were out in the woods with these girls." Now, without going into too much detail, these girls were like pretty brutally murdered, and they like left their bodies in a particular way, and they were killed with a knife, right? They didn't find a lick of DNA for this guy. They didn't find a lick of DNA anywhere. All they had was that he told his wife that he was also out in those woods. He admitted to the cops. They forgot about it for like 5 years. And then they called him up. And then when he said what he was wearing that day, he said a similar outfit to this mysterious Bridge Guy, right? And so they go, all right, let's figure out whatever else we can about this guy. And they had another witness who said his car was at the scene. Well, yeah, I mean, he was admitting that his car was at the scene. And then they started to bring him in. And I'm telling you, in this footage, you see him brought in. And I want you guys to watch this. Again, it's called Capturing the Killer, The Girls on the High Bridge on Hulu. I want you to watch it and then give me your honest feedback. Because when I'm watching it, it feels like if you or I were brought in for something we definitely didn't do, and the cops were like, what were you doing? Where were you that day? And you're like, come on. Okay, I see what's happening here. Like, guys, I didn't do that. Like, he legit seems like he absolutely did not do this, and he's dumbfounded by what's happening around him. But there were no arrests. There were no other leads. There was nothing, even though they had this video footage of this guy. So they end up charging him. And his wife is featured in this documentary, and she's standing by him to this day, right? The wife is still, to this very day, standing by him. And the documentary goes over some other people who could have been legit suspects, including the guy who owned the property where these girls' bodies were found. He was a weirdo. He had a lot of really suspicious stuff going on. He was very creepy. And the Richard Allen guy who was behind bars for doing this wasn't on their radar at all, other than the fact that he came forward and he was like, hey, just want to let you know, how can I help? I was out there that day. Right? No DNA, no nothing. So here's what they well, here's the twist. Here's the twist. So they ring him by the neck and they put him behind bars for the killing of these two teenage girls, Abby Williams, 13, and Libby German, 14. And because he's now been charged with the murder of these teenage girls that were like beloved in this town, and it was a big story for years and years and years, they said he's in danger behind bars because all the other inmates want to kill him. He's got a target on him, right? All the other inmates want to kill him. So they put him in solitary confinement. You're supposed to put somebody in solitary confinement for a max of what? Celine, just look in what.
It's like 23 of 24 hours. I'm pretty sure is the most you can do.
But I mean, for longer times, like I think it's like maybe a month, maybe 3 weeks, maybe like there's some limit of time that you're supposed to put somebody on solitary confinement.
I thought that the college murder, Idaho murders, that's his sentence. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he's going to be solitary for the majority of his sentencing.
Sometimes they will do that to people because they're saying we're doing it for your benefit and we want to make sure that you're going to be okay. And for this guy, that's what they did. They said, like, look, Richard Allen, you're saying you didn't kill these girls in Delphi, Indiana, but we think you did. And we're going to have to save you by putting you in solitary confinement. And they put him in solitary confinement for a year.
Well, yeah, that's a lot. The UN considers prolonged solitary confinement to be a form of torture, and some national laws limit it to 15 days. But
15 days, okay.
More detailed breakdown in the United States. While some states have taken steps to limit the use of solitary confinement, the practice is widespread. The length of time a person can be held can vary depending on the reason, like administrative segregation for investigation, protective custody, or disciplinary segregation, which I think might be what she was talking about with Brian Koberger. Right. Disciplinary segregation can range from 1 to 365 days, but administrative segregation can be indefinite. Some jurisdictions have reported individuals held in solitary confinement for years, even decades.
So they put him on solitary confinement. He says, I was trying to help. I was trying to give you guys a tip. I was trying to help you solve this crime. I was out there and I told my wife, and my wife was like, tell them. And so I did it.
This guy did not have a good lawyer, did he?
Well, he had a whole team of lawyers that had a ton of experience, but they said that they got hamstrung because they couldn't present some alternative reasons why they think this murder went down. But anyhow, they put him behind bars. They put him on solitary confinement. He has a mental breakdown. There's audio of him calling his wife from the prison. Richard Allen's on the phone with his wife. And he goes, baby, I'm sorry. And she goes, why? What do you mean? Why are you saying you're sorry? And he's like, his voice is shaking. And he's like, I did it. I killed those girls. I killed them. I did it. I killed those girls. And she goes, what are you talking about? Why are you talking like this? And he goes, I mean, I can't think of anything else. I can't think of any other thing. I must have done it. I must have done it. I don't know. And he's breaking down from being clearly in solitary confinement for a year. And then after that, he just kept saying, I did it. Like he said he did it 60 times, right? The guy like admitted to it this many times. If you see him the day he went to jail, and then in this docuseries, they show this man, he is beaten down, withered away, looks like a fraction of what he looked like before they put him behind bars. And
so
he says
that he did not do it.
I'm not 100% convinced that he's completely innocent, but I would never be convinced enough to be on a jury and say that with, beyond reasonable doubt, this guy did it. No way. Like there was no DNA, no nothing on this guy. The only thing is like, hey, he told us he did it and he said it over and over and over. But he said it over and over and over because like, this is a hard thing for people to grasp. Sometimes you'll admit the things you didn't do. You will. You'll admit the things you didn't do. I will never forget covering the Amanda Knox story back in the day and reading all the court documents coming out of Italy and going, whoa, for the first time in my life, there's somebody who is behind bars who I 100% think is innocent. But 100% Amanda Knox did not kill Meredith Kircher, her roommate, in Italy. And then eventually, that comes out. And now Amanda Knox is back in the United States and free and stuff. But she admitted to guilt in that crime. In so many of these cases, these people will admit to things that they didn't do.
Oh, and after 12 hours of interrogation,
yeah,
where you're just the same thing over and over, then they leave you by yourself. I mean, it's all tactic.
Mm-hmm.
But any docuseries and documentary, we've seen a million of them, examine the corrupt ways of the interrogation process because they want to lock in a suspect.
Yeah.
And yet it's never addressed or changed or any sort of policy.
I mean, I think it, for some reason, is very difficult for people to understand that you would ever do that. Like, you might think, Sabrina, like, I would never admit to a crime I didn't do. But, like, what would we do if we hadn't slept in a couple of days? What would we do if we were being socially isolated? Like, it changes the game. It absolutely does.
First things first, you get a lawyer. If you didn't do it, if you did do it, but most importantly, if you're being interrogated, don't ever answer any questions, especially in a closed room with a camera in the corner, without an attorney. Simple as that.
Hang on. I think this might be the phone call I was talking about. Let me just see. I think this is the phone call where this guy, Richard Allen, confessed to his wife that he did it, and it just didn't sound something that sounded wrong, right?
This morning, we're shining a spotlight on incredible news.
Well, I need to tell you something anyway.
Here he is.
Okay. Are you sure you want to talk to me over the phone?
I think I have to.
Okay.
I need you to know that I did this.
What? No.
That's his wife.
No, you didn't, dear. There's no way. There's no way, dear.
Love me.
I hope you still love me, he said. All right? This was the jail phone call from him. That was one of these.
What if he did do it, John?
Well, I mean, there's always a potential that somebody did do these things. But the only connection that he had was that he had come forward and said, like, I wanted to help out. Like, if he would not have come forward, they never, ever, ever would have arrested this guy. If somebody actually did it, why would they come forward and be like, hey, I was out in the woods that day. I didn't see these girls, but I just wanted to come forward to see if I could help in any way, maybe tell you something else I did see out there. Like, that's a weird move. What the other move would be like, don't say anything. If your wife says, like, you should go talk to the cops, you'd be like, no, I'm not. I have nothing to tell the cops. It's all very, very weird. And the thing that they hung all of this up on for the jury is the confessions. But does a confession matter if you're like in, isolation in a prison, if you're mentally breaking down, if you're absolutely just falling apart? And so I didn't believe it when I was watching the docuseries. And I'm like, what is the other evidence? And the cops said when they were raiding his house, one of the biggest piece of evidence was when they were raiding his house, they said, Richard Allen, we'll try not to break everything. We'll try to keep things in order as we search through your house for evidence. And he goes, it doesn't matter. My life's over anyways. And they go, that's evidence. And I'm like, that's not really good evidence.
That's
like,
hearsay.
This is just like a guy saying something. It doesn't mean that he murdered anybody. How is there no DNA in a story like this? It's kind of crazy. So check that out on Hulu, Capturing Their Killer, The Girls on the High Bridge. All I remembered was that bridge footage. I remember us talking about that and that coming up on the show.
I don't even know that I remember that much.
I only remember that little tidbit. But let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Okay. Quick break. When we come back, we'll get into this fight on a Florida lake. We'll talk about, whatever you have on your mind, and this Wall Street Journal article about adults doing something very desperate to make friends. What is it? And would you do it? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Peace, love, unity, respect.
I would wear my knuckles down to a nub punching people in that place.
Oh, I thought it's just because you drag them.
The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Keep an eye out for an accident off to the shoulder. Getting cleared up on Sand Lake Road eastbound at Kirkman Road. You won't be running into any surprises on the major roadways this afternoon. It's just familiar delays on I-4. Traffic's piling up through that amusement park area. No issues on the Turnpike or I-95 affecting your ride. But if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Folks, let me tell you about an amazing company helping people just like you every single day. Well, you've seen all the high electric bills, and you know as well as I do, that is because it's hot outside and your AC is working overtime. The company that I'm talking about that's going to help you out, the company that does things the right way, is a company called Mills Air. When you have a problem with your AC, do not panic. Understand that there is a company out there that's operating in a way that you'll appreciate, that they believe that dealing with you on a personal level and being honest and fair with you is the most important thing still here in 2025. That's why they've been around so long over at Mills Air. They're also a Carrier factory authorized dealer and then give you huge rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Here's their phone number. If you have AC problems, call Mills Air, 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
Streaming live only on Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way there.
Escape to poolside paradise at MGM Resorts in Las Vegas. Sip on a refreshing cocktail. Lounge in a luxury cabana. Earn on nonstop fun with MGM Rewards. Book a sizzling summer escape today. Visit MGMRewards.com for details.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. In Office Orlando.
It's the summer clearance event at Greenway Kia, and we're racing to sell 500 new Kias. Every new Kia is clearance price with savings up to $18,000 off MSRP, with 0% financing now available. We've got one of the area's largest Kia inventories, and we'll make deals other dealers won't. Our friendly, non-commissioned team is here to help. If you're shopping for a new Kia, visit GreenwayKias.com. I'm Joe Rossi, and we want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Example stock TG004814. Negative equity refinance expires 9/7/25.
Going to nursing school can change your life, but that doesn't mean it's easy. At Galen College of Nursing, we understand that. We provide one-to-one tutoring support and assigned academic advisors to help keep you on track from day one. Galen, the now approach to nursing education. Join us at galencollege.edu.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Are you 62 or older and wondering if a reverse mortgage can help you access the equity in your home? It's so...
Hello, everybody. I don't believe so. But as soon as he does, I'll send that camera over for sure.
I can pick it up too if you want to leave it outside your house. I just think shot looks great, but this is not a good setup for
No, I understand. Yeah, I'll put it outside if you want, and I'll text you.
I'll text you in the morning.
Okay.
And we'll figure it out then.
Okay, sounds good. 90 seconds, coming back. Ryan says his confession is after so much unnatural mental stress and psychological rewiring. It's interesting and tragic. When you watch them questioning him, you could see him mentally breaking down. Like, you can literally see him starting to lose it, breaking down, going from, like, obviously I didn't do this, to, like, holy shit, do you guys think I did this? To, like starting to give in eventually. Very interesting. Worth watching the series just for that. Feels super bad for the families of those two girls. Terrible. All right, we're coming back.
I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
In 1920, a magazine article announced something incredible. 2 young girls had photographed real fairies. That article was written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the man who invented Sherlock Holmes. How did he fall for that? Hoax is a new podcast from me, Dana Schwartz, the host of Noble Blood.
And me, Lizzie Logan. Every episode, we'll explore one of the most audacious and ambitious tricks in history.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Hoax, and listen now.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword, music, to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's music to 200-200.
Helping to spread awareness, or whatever the new buzz term is. We're not actually doing anything.
Little cough sauce is not helping. Well, it's helping me, I think, more than it would be otherwise. Just trying to push through the week here on the show. Learn more about the News Junkie over on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. All right, we'll get to your dispatches here momentarily. One thing I want to talk about was this huge lake fight in Florida where Grady Judd, the sheriff down there, was like, we're putting people in jail. You better bring your bail money with you. Like, he's just going absolutely hog wild after these idiots who started slugging each other in this boat fight. And for those of you watching, I'll play a little bit of this, and then for everybody listening, I'll play some of the press conference where they talked about it. But there was one moment that I just thought was so amazing. It was like the best drunken nonsense that I've seen in one of these videos in so long. And basically, you have these two groups of people who are just getting into a huge brawl, all right? There's a massive brawl going down between these groups of people. God only knows what's happening. They're boat people, so they're fighting over it. And one guy gets totally knocked out. This guy right here, all right? The guy in the center of the frame gets completely knocked out.
There's a kid on this boat. That's cool.
Yeah, there's a little kid watching the fight. Like, the whole thing is just culture rot, losers fighting in public. You're adults, you know? So this one guy gets knocked out in the video. This was my favorite part of all of these people brawling over this. And now this woman sees that the guy got knocked out, and instead of like understanding that he's just knocked out and he'll come back to, she thinks he's dead.
Oh.
So the woman in the bikini runs over and she flips the guy over on the grass and she starts doing CPR. She's doing CPR
also,
on this guy in her bikini.
That is not how you do CPR.
No, she's just like push.
I say left, stand left. No good. You're going to kill the man.
It's not on beat. Whatever they were going for, they did not get it here. And this woman is trying to revive via CPR a man who has just been knocked out from a punch. That's what was going on there. And look at these losers. Like, just absolute mayhem. True bedlam. Send in the National Guard. And Grady Judd was watching this during this press conference. I guess it goes on for a while. They're just punching each other.
I'm surprised he didn't print out giant poster board of each frame.
He may have. And all of these other women are just like watching.
What are
as
they
the fight
in?
goes
Like,
on.
what are these boats in? Is this
I don't know.
Some nasty ass water. It's,
Yeah.
they would consider it intercoastal, like the rivers in between the ocean, which is across the way, but it's brown.
It's brackish. It's as brackish gets. Where like freshwater meets saltwater kind of thing.
There's Johnny Berg's in there for sure.
Oh, he does have a big
wrong?
printout. Look, Johnny Berg's is like, condoms in the sewer system. So yeah. Look, he's holding you were talking about mugshots. He's got the longest mugshot I've ever seen in my life.
It's like
the budget for the printouts.
He's got a whole
this
thing.
Police department is insane.
Let's see what Grady Judd said right here. Oh, hang on. I got to bring the volume up. Yeah.
Hey, y'all.
These groups of people were at one time friends.
Not no more.
And apparently back in March, there's a local bar called the El Rodeo Bar where a fight occurred. And there were some criminal charges filed. Well, some of the group didn't like the fact that there were criminal charges filed, and we're looking into tampering with evidence. But now, a week ago, at this disturbance, these folks kind of ended up at the point.
It's meant to happen.
It started with talking to each other and screaming and hollering at each other. And then they got to fighting up on the land. They were fighting. If you can see where part of the scrum occurred.
The scrum, huh?
There's one guy laying on the ground knocked out between two of our no trespassing signs.
The gall.
So our investigation took us to arrest them. Now we have Tim Gooding here. He's our sucker puncher. You know, he'll run up behind you and knock you out cold.
Come on, Tim.
He knocked another person out into the water. In addition to that, this Peyton Italy, who's 19, we charged him by affidavit a couple of months ago when he called up Uber Eats, ordered some beer, and walked through people's yard out to the road to get the beer to go back to the lake.
Oh, crazy.
Listen to me.
That doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah.
What?
I thought he was gonna be like, and then attacked a bunch of people and left them behind bleeding.
Nude.
Like he ordered a beer on Uber Eats and then walked through a yard.
We have Mr. Sucker Punch, and then the other two were like clear evidence of trespassing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he walked through a yard with some beers. Throw the book at him.
Yeah, that's not quite as bad. The sucker punch thing would be an issue, I think. But they got all these losers out there. You're adults. You're adults. What is about these boat people sometimes? You should be having fun. You're on a boat. You're drinking beer on a boat, man. Just enjoy your life. There's no reason to be like this. I don't understand it. But yet here you are, some of you. Speaking of some of you. Let's work in a couple of dispatches and get you onto the show here. You can join us with your video or audio dispatch with your thoughts over at thenewsjunkie.com. Speaking of the bridge guy and that docuseries on Hulu, Teddy is talking about this happening to them, I guess. Let's see.
What's up, junkies?
Hey.
I was listening to the story about the bridge guy, and when I was a teenager, I got arrested for what I was wearing. Apparently they were chasing someone that was wearing the same colors I was wearing.
Damn.
And I ended up getting arrested for it. So I can understand where that, mistaken identity could come in with the color of the clothing that you're wearing or the types of clothing that you're wearing.
Yeah. The crazy thing is, like, this guy comes in and he goes, hey, I just wanted to help with your investigation. I was telling my wife I happened to be in the woods where these two girls were killed a little bit beforehand, and she goes, you should see if you have any information that can help them. He's like, okay, definitely. Yeah, I'll do it. Comes forward, and then they forget about this for 5 years.
Did
and then
he
all
have
of a sudden,
any information, or he just said, I was there?
He just said he was there. He hadn't really seen much of anything. He just happened to be in the same area of the woods as they were. They didn't have anything with like pinging cell phone towers that put the guy there. They didn't have
zero DNA on them.
No DNA at all whatsoever. They didn't have a murder weapon. They didn't have a reason why this guy did this. They only had this suspicion because he came forward and said he was in the area.
That's
and then
weird,
when they started questioning him, he said, I had jeans on and a blue jacket. And they're like, the guy in the video has jeans on and a blue jacket. And that's when they went in. And when you see him during this questioning, you could see like it's starting to break him down a little bit. But then he gets sent to jail for a while. And when he's in prison, that's when his like mental capacity really starts to melt.
It, Sean.
I mean, I don't know that he didn't do it. Like, I'm not going to tell you that this guy is innocent. I'm not going to say that he's innocent. But I'm going to tell you, if I was on the jury after watching this docuseries, I 100% would not be able to say without a reasonable doubt.
Oh, yes.
Right? Like, I
Small
would
town
not.
for you,
like,
though.
I would not be able to go like, no, I don't think this guy. I wouldn't be comfortable enough. I would have an issue with it.
I would probably be wearing jeans in the jury room. Like that's how common jeans are, and the fact that's how they arrested this guy.
Jeans and a blue Carhartt jacket. And the crazy thing was, it had been 5 years, so it didn't matter that much. But they said, "Where's the jacket?" And he goes, "Here's the jacket." He had the jacket at his house. No DNA on the jacket. So you kill 2 teenage girls who are fighting back, fighting for their lives. And they were stabbed to death.
You don't think there's a chance that DNA would still be on that jacket after 5 years, do you?
No, but like, I don't know. Like,
I can't believe that there was no DNA on the girls.
This is what Courtney
when you stab somebody, that kind of motion, I imagine they were stabbed multiple times.
They were, yeah.
That almost always leads to DNA of the perpetrator because of the strength of it. And then things slip, and you have skin that comes off.
Yeah, and there's nothing. There was no DNA at the scene.
I'm a detective.
There was one thing that they were really pinning everything on, and that was there was a bullet, an unspent bullet, just a round of ammunition, an unspent bullet, that they believed was evacuated from his gun. As in, like, he had his gun, and then he was trying to scare them, and he, like, cocked it back, and, you know, a bullet that wasn't shot flung out. And supposedly, if you shoot a bullet out of a gun, or if you eject a bullet out of a gun, there will be a signature left by your gun.
Yes.
I know if you shoot it, yes. That's the whole idea of ballistics. But
not really 22s, but I imagine this was like a 9mm or something.
This was a handgun. And they said from their experts, like, this gun, this round that was found right by these girls was from his gun. Now, that's probably the best piece of evidence they have, but that is, if you ever look into it, it's not a very good science, actually. It's not a very strong science to say, like, a bullet came from this gun without a shadow of a doubt. It's not like a fingerprint like they might tell you that it actually is. But that was the only real thing that they had from the scene. There was no DNA, no nothing. So Courtney and I started to get into this, and maybe we should ask somebody who knows more. Maybe I can ask AI. But let's say Sabrina is at her house.
Hello.
C-Lane comes over. C-Lane goes over to your house. You guys are going to talk about work or something.
Can I get your White Claw or something?
And C-Lane goes,
6, please.
I hate you. I just wanted to tell you that. And Sabrina stabs C-Lane and kills him, and he dies. And, like, he bleeds on your bed a little bit, right?
Because we were, okay, go ahead, hypothetical.
You were wandering into the room when the fighting was going on, and like as C-Lane fell, and there was some blood from C-Lane as he was dying onto the bedspread, let's say, okay? If that happens, if nobody suspects Sabrina for 5 years, and you wash, like, you know, just like you normally are doing, you're washing your sheets and stuff on your bed, after a long time, would there be no blood, no DNA, nothing?
If I wash and wash, probably not. However, it depends. It also depends on the resources that this police department and the detectives have. Like, unless the FBI gets involved for some reason, you are limited to what your town can supply at that point. I mean, do you remember when we were going over that Karen Reed? And that one forensic or blood expert was just like, this is what I get paid for, a full-time job, and I max out at 40 hours a week. Simple as that. Versus the private investigator, who has years of expertise and a big budget, will get a lot more in-depth evidence.
Wow. This was in Delphi, Indiana. You know from that, this ain't a big place. This ain't a big place with an extensive budget or anything like that.
It's the kind of place where 13-year-olds walk on train tracks for fun.
Yes, basically, yeah. Kyle emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Says, found this article about how an unspent bullet found by the bodies came from Alan's gun. That's what I was just mentioning. He just said this through. But all the info is still vague, and it seems they haven't released the cause of death at this time. That was when the article came out.
I did not know that ballistics extended to guns or bullets that hadn't been fired.
I guess
don't know
they do.
how it could.
I guess because it's still hitting the bullet and then ejecting it out of the gun. But
I always thought that pattern was when it went through the barrel.
Yeah.
It's actually the round getting hit, I think. I don't know. Something about it kicking out leaves the same mark. That's what they said during this docuseries. I don't know enough about guns, but they said that it left the same kind of mark. But it's not an exact science suggesting that, you can look at that and go, this 1000% came from this gun. Anyhow, I hope some of you will watch that and let me know what you think afterwards, because I thought it was very interesting and very concerning.
My plans tonight for sure.
It's free on Hulu if you got the Hulu. If you don't,
For now, Disney Plus.
You'll figure it out. Okay, quick break. When we come back, jury duty is on the way. That's right, indeed, jury duty. And we'll start out with a guy who has maybe the greatest voice in all of TV news. Can't believe this guy has not been on our radar before, but he is going to be on our radar. News Channel 13, we're looking at you. We know what's going on. We're going to play this for the people. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes. We might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DraftKings.
Football training camps continue at UCF. The Knights are working towards the season opener. They kick it off 2 weeks from tonight against Jacksonville State. News from NFL camps in my...
Hey, everybody. Jury duty coming up in just a bit here.
DraftKings is all about responsible gaming. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Oh!
Gambling problem? Call
That is cold.
Gambler, 21 or older. Age and eligibility varying by jurisdiction. Hey there, if you think...
Known Badger says, so if you cock the gun, when the mechanism is getting rid of one casing, if the bullet is spent, it will scrape the next one into the chamber.
Everybody knows it's hard not to know by now.
Yeah. I mean, I just, looking into it, I don't think that the science of saying this bullet, spent or not, came from this gun is that good. It's not like a fingerprint or DNA. I don't believe it.
A high bill at the end of the day. They're also going to make sure that the quality is the highest possible. They do all of the install.
Is this the Crime Junkie podcast? Yes. You're in the right place. Thank you for showing up today.
Contractors, they make sure everything is done by them and everything is done right. And they can get your solar installed done in 2 to 3 weeks, depending on.
Have you guys seen the back and forth, by the way, of Melania Trump threatening to sue Hunter Biden for $1 billion? $1 billion. You think she's actually going to sue? Hunter Biden, if you don't know, did an interview with Andrew Callahan from Channel 5 on YouTube. And in the interview, Hunter Biden was just like freewheeling about crack and a bunch of other stuff. And one thing he said in this long interview was Hunter Biden said, Jeffrey Epstein introduced Melania Trump to Donald Trump. Right? So Hunter Biden said Jeffrey Epstein introduced Melania Trump to Donald Trump. And they say that that is not true at all, and that he needs to retract this statement. And if he doesn't retract the statement, Melania Trump is going to sue Hunter Biden for $1 billion. Billion with a B. $1 billion. Is she, does she have a shot at winning that? No. No. Because Hunter Biden can just say, I had heard of reports, and there are some reports that used to like try to make this connection or whatever. And I think Cy Hirsch was one of the people who wrote about this back in the day. Cy Hirsch said Epstein introduced Melania and Donald Trump, and they denied it. But Hunter Biden could just say, I saw those reports, and that's what I'm talking about. She'd settle for the $500 laptop? Everybody's already seen that, huh? Call their bluff, says Chris. He was referencing an article by Michael Wolff, apparently. Yes, you're right. Michael Wolff, not Seymour Hirsch, not Cy Hirsch. It was Michael Wolff who wrote this article. But there's more than just Michael Wolff. The New York Times had mentioned this at one point in time, too. Maybe citing Michael Wolff's story. But the point is, there was mainstream articles that had suggested this tenuous connection that the Trump family denies So Hunter Biden is not going to, like, a legal suit is not going to be successful, I don't think. She's a worthless whore who's looking for a payday? Yikes. Trump family has thousands of lawsuits suing for money on any given day. It's true. That's true. I don't care about people suing. I think if people shit talk you, especially if they're defaming you, you should sue them. That should happen way more in our society. And it should be easier for you to do so, especially if you're poor. I think we should do that. But do I think she's going to win? No. I don't think she's going to win. Do I think President Macron and his wife will win against Candace Owen in that defamation suit? Yes. That one I've put down. Yes. This is a very different story, though. I'm going to sue the news junkie for defamation. He makes more than 6 figures. Allegedly. Hang on. Dan, thank you for keeping Sean on point as a loose cannon with misinformation. First of all, fuck you. Second of all, I'm sick. I'm taking cough medication. I'm trying to remember stories from years and years ago, and I mixed Cy Hirsch with Michael Wolff, which if you know anything about this shit, they're basically like the same fucking person. Fuck you. Arnott, today is not the day. Today is not the day. I will blast you off into oblivion. Okay? When I'm trying to connect all these dots and talk about so many things in real time, I'm going to make a mistake here, which is why I, all the fucking time on the show, will say, I might be wrong about that, or I'll have C-Lane fact check me in real time as I'm talking about it. And then if I realize I've missed something, I'll fix that along the way, which I definitely know you don't fucking do in your life. So kiss my ass. Okay, we're coming back.
This is in a space that's built for men. No pedicure fumes, no take a number chaos, just expert care, craft cocktails, large screen TVs that you control, and an atmosphere you can actually unwind in. Because when it comes to men's grooming, they don't cut corners. They redefine the whole experience. Hammer and Nails. Come as you are, leave as you want to be.
An app for pics, an app for playlists, even the app for scrolling endlessly at 2 a.m. But only one app puts the live radio dial in your pocket. The free iHeartRadio app. Get what millions already have. iHeartRadio, the #1 app for radio.
Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at unbound.org.
This Earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassy's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
If it's important to you, it's on and probably being mocked by.
This show, and you want some companionship throughout the day, hang out in the world's most viral newsroom here on the show. Learn more about everything, the radio show, podcast, and live stream over at thenewsjunkie.com. Jury duty is on the way. We'll get to that, but first, actually, we could do this in jury duty. This definitely fits in jury duty. It's a court story, for God's sake.
God forbid you have one of those in jury duty.
I know. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I get called out by you two. And it's like, hey, Sabrina and Celia will be like, no. This isn't actually a court story. This one is. So I think I could work it in. Wait till you hear the reporter's voice, though. Like, you know how our guy who does imaging for the show, Dan Stone?
Sweet Dan.
Dan's got that great voice, that, very deep, rich timbre, very nice, strong.
You got a whole bunch of it right in front of you. Just
I guess I could. You're right. Like this guy.
When good things go bad, bad things make headlines. This is the News Junkie.
Like, you feel like if he talked to you, if you guys were together next to each other and he started talking to you, you would shake a little bit, like there would be a little bit of a vibration.
Oh yeah.
His voice is very deep and very strong. And this guy on this news report that I'm gonna play, maybe even blows him out of the water. I don't know. Let's jump in. Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
There he is right there. That's Dan Stone. Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. If you get into an accident, you make sure you call the attorney that's going to battle those insurance companies and fight for you and get you that big check before you can know it. 800-CALL-MO or justcallmo.com. Here we go. News Channel 13. They had a story about this guy who is the most smarmy, vile, disgusting defendant ever in court, who was cursing out the judge and saying, blank my blank and all these things in the courtroom. Try not to get distracted by the News Channel 13 news reporter's voiceover because, man, he's got a killer voice.
I don't know where you learned them.
That's the judge.
You're certainly showing no respect for the court, showing no respect for the victims in this case, or anybody involved.
No respect for God.
Did I cut you
He
off?
said, I have no respect for God, which, all right, that's
not
that's
a good
thing
way
to
to get into heaven, dude.
Probably not.
Did I cut you off? Why are you cutting me off? I let you speak.
It's over.
Are you going to let me speak? Same Anthony Lewis.
A judge there not holding back after he was interrupted while speaking at a sentencing hearing today. This happened in Schenectady County. Anthony Lewis, he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. He's been convicted of killing his mother as well as his stepfather. And Lewis, well, he didn't hold back when the judge gave him permission to speak. He didn't hold back even when the judge didn't give him permission.
Y'all tripping for real. I'm not about to life in prison. I'm not going to die in prison through the grace of God.
No idea what he's saying. I got I'm not going to die.
Yeah, I'm not going to die in prison by the grace of God, even though he said he doesn't respect God.
Yeah.
I don't know how you expect any grace.
No, it's very confusing, the logic here. But the voiceover coming from this news guy is very rich.
Whether he likes it or not, Anthony Lewis will spend the rest of his life behind bars. Convicted for the murders of his mother and stepfather in Rotterdam. Lewis's day to be sentenced in court finally arrived.
I am going to go forward and sentence you. I know you don't care what I sentence you to. And honestly, I don't really care that you care. If you care or not. On count 1, murder in the first degree, I'm going to sentence you to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
This isn't Lewis's first trip into the courtroom. He first went on trial for murder back in April for stabbing his mother and stepfather.
I'm so distracted.
Yeah, this
I almost
guy
said attracted.
He sounds like he should be doing voiceovers for
Discovery.
Either America's Most Wanted. No, it's got to be something newsy.
96 to the boneyard.
Well, I mean that too.
Live PD.
I'm saying something crime related. He's in the perfect place for this local news station. But he deserves to be on some sort of magazine show, FBI Most Wanted, something like that.
It's a pretty good voice.
Kathy and Bob Guillaume to death inside their home back in July of 2023. Something he doesn't deny.
Yeah, I killed them because God told me to. He didn't let me get to the scripture. But you listen to this all day. It's fat and he's a.
Are you really going to speak
This
like
guy's
that?
poor attorney.
Yeah, it's go, shut up, man. What are you doing? How do you work with a client that's this guy?
Poor Mills Lane on the bench here. Just gosh,
this guy's like, I give up.
God commanded me to kill it, and I did it. I don't care what you sentence me to today. So I'm looking back out to the grace of God. But you should be worried about yourself. I'm still going to get out. This sentence don't mean nothing. God got me through the grace of God.
Yeah, I'm confused on whether he's with God or against God or
God commanded him to do these murders.
Mm-hmm. So he owes them one. All right.
So yeah, somehow he's getting out. So it doesn't
According to
matter.
reports, he's with God.
Yeah.
When did you?
Should I be lower than that?
No, it was good.
I mean, can you get much lower than that? It sounds like that's
We've done this
low.
before, Sean. We've tried this on the News Junkie.
How far over are you on the deep voice spectrum? All right, yeah, go all the way over, and then do like a live read for the show, because it really makes it sound cooler.
That's
why even have that setting? Why even that's so deep that there's one person rattling away right
try
now.
and talk in the highest pitch you can in that low thing.
No, it ain't going to do anything, I don't think. Hold on, she's moving. It's still inaudible. You're still so deep that you're inaudible. Go back a little bit. We got to get back on the spectrum.
That's creepy.
Almost. Go back a little bit more. Now we're just back on the Now we're talking. Imagine if you did a regular ass news report and you're like, the new swans are really taking hold at the local park. It seems everybody's having a swan of a time enjoying these great little birdies.
Swan of a time.
And then they went to the voiceover and nobody said anything.
Like Park and see a lot of swans, but many people are wondering, where are they pooping?
So creepy, man. That's what that guy sounded like. Yeah, a killer voice for all of this.
Sabrina sounds like she's demanding a ransom. It's like
it does.
Leave $150,000 in unmarked bills in a duffel bag on the bridge.
Can you guys understand anything I'm saying?
Yeah,
a little bit. To get dialed in, go back a little bit more. Go back a little bit more so you can get the perfect kidnapper voice. That's going to be it.
I have your son.
That's it. Yeah.
I have your son, and if you don't unmarked bills by the 2.1 million, he dies.
If you just heard that, C-Lane, would you think that was a dude?
I have Jackson.
Kind of.
I have Jackson inside my car trunk.
That's creepy. Don't you feel weird even saying that? No, you can't say I have Jackson in my trunk and I love him. That doesn't. I'm just gonna give him creepier.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I have a Subaru, so it's not my clothes trunk. I could still see him if he pops his head up.
Oh, that's Subaru! But you sound like a man.
Mm-hmm. A lot of men drive Subarus. Thank you.
Do they?
I'm Dan Stone.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that. There you go.
I don't know
All right, now
how to turn it off, so.
Yeah, there's a button somewhere.
A lot of going on here in the control room.
You want to just take us to commercial?
Coming up next, commercials. You're listening to The News Junkie. Oi.
This season, Real Radio 104.1 is the Orlando radio home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hear every game here, courtesy of Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Bucs.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The traffic lights are acting a little bit funny where Lake Underhill Road meets Alafia Trail. Use that intersection as a four-way stop there. Keep an eye out for an accident off to the shoulder. Getting cleared up now on Sand Lake Road eastbound at Kirkman Road. The center lane on the off-ramp from the Greenway southbound to Orange Blossom Trail. That's being blocked due to a disabled vehicle. Look out for emergency crews on the roadways. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Stand Up to Cancer.
Joe Buck and John Smoltz welcoming you back to the City Center Convenience Mart. Uh-oh. She's looking at the cigarettes, but she just grabs the gum off the counter. Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer. Go to takeahealthystand.org.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Now this is how you end a summer. Under the lights, surrounded by history, the driver's last shot at the playoffs, your last chance to see regular season action. Friday night, Xfinity lights the fuse. Saturday night, the Cup Series delivers the fireworks. This is Daytona. This is everything. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 22nd and 23rd. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Going to nursing school can change your life, but that doesn't mean it's easy. You have commitments, family, a job. At Galen College of Nursing, we understand that, which is why we provide one-to-one tutoring support and assigned academic advisors who will work with you to keep you on track from day one. You can change the course of your life and the lives of people counting on you. Because we believe the better we care for nursing students now, the brighter the future of nursing will be. Galen, the now approach to nursing education. Join us at galencollege.edu.
Can you believe kids are already going back to school? And while it's hard to admit, that means another allergy season is just around the corner. Set your appointment today at Aspire Allergy and Sinus and find a solution for the whole family. Studies show that kids with allergies have a hard time concentrating.
Hey, everybody. Okay, a couple of things when we come back. One thing, we're going to do this teacher. This teacher is in trouble. Ouch. Hang on. Yes. That hurt. This teacher is in trouble for a song that she is teaching her students in class. And we're going to play this song for you. We'll see if it's appropriate or inappropriate. We'll play that next. God, this commercial is so fucking loud. You guys see the guy? There was a dude in D.C. There's a guy in Washington, D.C. that got pissed off from the National Guard folks being there. White dude, of course. And this white man decided he was going to fight back. He's going to fight those National Guard guys, but he's all drunk in D.C. And so he threw a foot-long sub at the National Guard in D.C., and they arrested him for it. He's going to jail.
Everything in regards to proactive health care, taking care of your health, taking care of your heart, and checking for cancer. Life Imaging FLA can do that for you. Early detection is a game changer in terms of treatment and outcome. I found out the hard way.
Hoagie's hero.
My sister, when she had stage 4 cancer, and that was way too late. We do believe that she would have caught it earlier. She'd still be here with us today. I'm telling you, I'm not trying to scare you. It was something your email. Great, and they can give you that
Thank you.
heart scan and that full body cancer screening.
Hang on 1 second, folks.
Pick up the cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan, you'll be connected in seconds. It's a
All right, we're coming back. 30 seconds.
value that you can take advantage of. Pick up your
Whoa,
cell
my
phone,
head is like...
say the words free heart scan, you'll be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message.
Yikes.
It's Life Imaging FL. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. It's Life Imaging FLA. Tell them Russ and the Monster sent you.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock. This is
Definitely something that I want to see how you feel about. I want to take your temperature on this one, and we'll absolutely get that done and get some of your feedback worked into the show as well in just a moment here. Remember, you can always email tips, at thenewsjunkie.com. C-Lane sends over a story about a teacher in South Africa who... Is she getting heat for this song about the kids' private parts? Or?
I don't think she is.
I know exactly what song you're talking about.
Yeah, I saw it somewhere where somebody posted it and was like, I'm not mad at this at all. Like, it seems like a good idea.
I think she's going viral. I don't think it's the first time many have heard the song. Okay. I think it's the first time they've seen it sung so aggressively. But maybe that's what we need in 2025.
I'm not familiar with this at all. So she sings a song to these kids.
I have some follow-up questions for you then. It's going to be a little personal.
And this is in, is this like elementary school that she's singing this song to them?
I believe she is a first grade teacher.
First grade teacher in South Africa. The song is about their genitals. That's touchy.
Wait for it.
Let's
Actually,
see
the whole point about the song is not for it to be touchy.
No touchy.
Ooh, all right. Now I'm interested. Let me hear.
There's more people she'll tell, or they.
All right. Well, I got to tell, I'm siding with the language here. I think this is good advice.
So, and those of you not watching, she slams on her chest, slams on her pelvis, hits her butt to the song.
So she's saying, these are my private parts, and she like points out where they are. And then if you touch them, or she said squeeze them was the last one.
Squeeze them was there.
If you do that, then she's going to tell somebody. I'll go back just a little bit. Hang on.
Thank you.
All right, okay. You're going to tell everybody. You're going to get the word out there.
Don't squeeze them. Don't touch them.
That's good advice. I can't hate that. I mean, I don't know what the problem would be.
It's teaching about
your mother, father, teacher, the ones touching them.
It's teaching about private parts in a way that, like, the kids aren't laughing about it, you know?
No.
They're taking it seriously.
No, and I like her aggression in her voice is like, I would, if you do this, I'm going to tell somebody. I like that.
Exactly.
I thought that was right. On.
I wonder how this is going to be applied to real life.
Well,
do they have to sing the song in order to remember who they have to tell if someone squeezes their private parts?
I hope nobody in this class has to ever put this to use. I do. But right now, at least they're armed with the information. Gelda Waterborer is the teacher's name. And the song that she was singing in the class in South Africa has been viewed more than 40 million times in just a couple of days.
This is my TikTok check. TikTok check. TikTok check.
The viral video has reignited discussions on how schools can play a critical role in empowering children to speak out and protect themselves, ensuring that lessons on safety are both clear and unforgettable. If you're looking at things that way, like, you got to make things as simple and right down to it as you possibly can, then this is perfect. You just want to tell the kids, like, hey, what's this message about? It's about your private parts. What are your private parts? They're right here. They're right here. Don't touch them. Don't squeeze them. You put your hands on them. I'm going to tell, whoever out in the family from here on out.
Mother, father, teacher.
Yeah, you're done for. Mother, father, teacher. Unless those are the people, yes, that are touching it. Then that becomes a different issue altogether. Let us know if you think that's effective, and if you'll teach that to your kids, send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com.
It'd be hilarious to see Little Jackson singing that song.
If you touch my private part. It's catchy. I know it already. I mean, I only heard it one time, and I already know this lady's song. Okay, let's talk about one of the other controversies making the rounds this week. A lot of people were upset. 34 million views. People were angry. They're mad. Why? Apparently, they are bringing more male cheerleaders into the national.
Oh, my God. This one? Who
All right, guys. All right, guys. Settle down. Let's see what we can learn here. This is the Minnesota Vikings. They did a video.
They're showing
Justin
the new
Bieber.
uniforms.
All right. That was only one guy so far. It's the same dude.
Same dude.
Yeah. So the Vikings have a dude who's on the cheerleading squad, I guess, is the point here.
I'm actually pretty surprised that I think they're saying that he's the first male cheerleader in the NFL.
No way.
I thought I read that somewhere. I was pretty surprised. I would have guessed that there were more.
Are they saying it because he's like femboy, or because there's male cheerleaders? They're just usually not like the women.
Yeah, but okay, male cheerleaders in like high school cheerleading and competitive cheerleading are usually doing things like lifting the girls up to make the pyramids.
Right.
They're the bottom, the base of the pyramids and stuff.
They're the bottoms, yes.
Do they do a lot of that in? It looks like a top. Do they do a lot of that in NFL, like cheerleading, or is it mostly just pom poms and chants and stuff?
It depends. I don't remember. So my old roommate / BFF from high school was a Dolphins cheerleader. There were no males on the squad.
Not even like with the okay.
I don't believe so.
I'm so bad at all of this, but just bear with me. Not even with the giant cones that they use where they just scream through.
That's more
Does that
college.
make sense?
There's a lot of college.
That's college,
like a megaphone.
Now I will say I am just pulling up the Hindustan Times, and they say it's not just the Minnesota Vikings. 11 other NFL teams also have male cheerleaders.
Yeah, no, I got more because that was
He's
one
not
clip
the first of it. So the 11 have made, but it's been before 2025.
This is posted. It says, "I've been a Vikings fan all my life. Sigh. I need a new team now." From Kevin Sorbo, actor, director, producer.
What was he? Hercules?
I think he maybe was. Yeah. And it's like, it definitely is an effeminate dude, but there usually is guys, I thought, like on cheerleading teams. There's another one from, is this also the
Kevin,
Vikings?
do you remember what you used to look like as Hercules? You wasn't too far off from this guy.
Yeah. You might have the same haircut. Yeah. There's another one. Wait, where are the boys? It says. It's got 2 female cheerleaders. Okay, then the 2, there's the same one and a different one. 2 male cheerleaders.
Okay.
So I guess they're part of the squad. This says Minnesota Vikings had 2 boy cheerleaders. And then there was one more that I saw. Okay, this is a different one. This says the New Orleans Saints will have 11 male cheerleaders. Now, the guys they're showing on the Saints are just wearing shirts and pants. They're not wearing like the cheerleader uniforms. So it doesn't look like
but the cheerleader
like
uniform in that first controversial one, it was still wearing a shirt. He wasn't wearing a skirt. That slow motion, I believe he was wearing a skirt.
I couldn't tell. I could try to bring it back up. But this one, they're definitely wearing they're wearing a different outfit.
Oh my goodness, I love this question. I think.
All right, they're showing all the dancers. This is an older video, I guess, of one of the Saints cheerleaders. That's a man.
Look at all the dudes looking straight at the goal post.
Yeah, I mean, does anybody watch this anyways? I thought this was just for television that they had the
no,
cheerleaders.
I thought they were not for television because a lot of times they don't show a lot of the things that the cheerleaders do during the game on television. They usually just kind of show them quick while they're taking it to commercial, and then that's all you see of the cheerleading team. In fact, like
basketball mostly has that, and it's not on TV, but at halftime you'll see them do the dance,
right? Or like a TV timeout. But most of the time, hell, there are a couple of NFL teams. A couple of NFL teams don't even have cheerleaders. There was a Super Bowl recently where there was like the very first one where there were 0 cheerleaders on the field.
Yeah, I mean, I find it hard to care about this, but I guess it's got a lot of people talking online. This guy gets a pass from the Saints because he just did a backflip, and that's, I mean, look, anybody, you could be on the sidelines of any games as long as you do a backflip. That seems pretty impressive to me. I don't know if this is a newer thing or if this is just something all of a sudden people got upset about.
We're trying to protect women's sports.
Hang on, let me see. Let's see. Male cheerleader. Let's see if there's any actual stories on the. Well, there's lots of stories.
I have the Rams were the first. It says notable team. Was there not a less notable team on the NFL?
That's rude.
It says the Rams were the first notable team to have male cheerleaders starting back in 2018. Which even 2018 seems kind of late to the game there. They were featured at the Super Bowl in 2022 when the Rams topped the Bengals.
Do we believe this story? Okay. This is from MSN.com. And this says, male cheerleader is the reason behind multiple Vikings fans canceling their season tickets.
Oh, please.
Vikings fans cheered the return of J.J. McCarthy earlier this week when the team defeated the Houston Texans. However, a section of the Skol is unhappy because the club introduced a male cheerleader. Female cheerleaders have been around for a long time at both the college and professional level. It's not as an easy job as it may appear. The Vikings have added a new face, and it's a male cheerleader named Blaze. How do I say that? Blaize.
Blaze.
Blaze?
That sounds more like Blaze.
And they've said Vikings have always promoted inclusivity, and it's a step in the right direction. A section of the fans has a different opinion.
There was an audition involved. He made the cut. What's the big whoop?
They're not keen on seeing a male cheerleader on game days. ML Football revealed that fans have threatened to cancel their season tickets if the team employs a male cheerleader.
Yeah, right. Okay.
That's what this story says.
Pay attention to the game. How about that? I mean, it's the fragility of it all. Like, you're going to be all up and your boxer briefs in a bunch because there's a male cheerleader. If you're not even on the side, your season ticket seats, you won't see them. Who cares? Aren't you hear about the football?
This says Vikings under fire over male cheerleaders. I haven't seen any, like, the people who are angry about this. They're talking about the NFL.
Hercules.
Well, the NFL getting involved in, like, culture war stuff has definitely happened over the last couple of years. But I don't know. I don't know if this is any different. Maybe somebody is upset. If you are, let us know and let us know why. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. The Minnesota Vikings announced their new cheerleaders in a clip shared to Instagram. The next generation of cheer has arrived. Blaze Chic. That cannot be this human being's actual name. I don't buy that for a second.
It's a cool name, though.
Took to Instagram to share he joined the squad.
Like, excuse me, Mr. Chic, what do you want to name the baby? Blaze.
Blaze is the name. Does Blaze Chic know anything about anybody on the team? Would be my question. Like, does Blaze Chic have any idea?
Is that a requirement?
I don't know. I don't. From what I heard, they don't get paid that much money, so they're all kind of disgruntled anyhow. All these cheerleaders out on the field.
If you do it,
not going to bother me.
If you do something like that and you don't make a whole lot of money, is that a good mark on your resume to be like former Dallas Cowboys cheerleader? I know Dallas Cowboys probably have,
for a woman,
probably have a lot more scrutiny in their picking than a lot of the other teams. So much so that there's a whole reality show about it.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to be on a Celebrity Family Feud tonight.
Oh, yeah. Well, against the Globetrotters.
I mean, that's a big deal to be a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, or to be an NFL cheerleader, I guess, in general. But that's sort of lifted up if you are one of those.
Do you think the Globetrotters make the same money as NFL cheerleaders? Less or more?
I don't know. Here's some of the people commenting about it. This says, Bubble Bath Girl says, Minnesota Vikings has a man as their new lead cheerleader. Has he gone all the way to the lead cheerleader already?
The captain?
As if you needed another reason to avoid the NFL in Minnesota. Somebody else says, Minnesota Vikings now have 2 male cheerleaders. Nobody asked for this. Nobody wanted this. The fact that people are mad about a male cheerleader for the Vikings when cheerleading literally originated in Minnesota as a men's activity in 1898 is comedy.
Facts.
I don't think the people who are getting mad about this is my gut take here. I don't think the people are mad because there's male cheerleaders. I think they're mad because it's a gay male cheerleader. I think they're mad because it's an effeminate male cheerleader. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that they would be upset if it was like, I don't think they're mad at the
homophobic.
But I don't think they're mad at the New Orleans Saints where like they're wearing a different outfit and the guy's not like trying to fit in with the girls dancing exactly as if he's them.
No, they're like, this guy's trying to look like a girl.
That's what I think it is. Yeah. I think that's like, I don't think it's about a guy being a cheerleader. I think it's about adding a man in with the women who's like effeminate and also like doing all the cheerleader dances. I think that's what it is. That because traditionally you would have your whole cheerleading team and the men out there would perform like a different role. Mm-hmm. And so you're like, okay, this is the differentiation between these two.
You say tradition, like from what though? Early 2000s, the latest? I mean, now that it's gone mainstream, but this has existed for quite some time in the competitive level.
What has?
The male cheerleaders that both present more masculine and effeminate. But
I've not seen the effeminate one
because it wasn't mainstream. It wasn't going viral for everyone that's upset about it. But it absolutely has existed. And if they don't make it to the NFL, they're coaching very successful cheerleading and competitive cheerleading squads that go on to the worlds. You know what I'm saying?
Men's cheerleading, from what I can see from afar, and it's from afar, has been like guys performing a different role than the women in the cheerleading. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but that's what I've seen. And the one that was in the viral video looked different than that. I feel like this is done as a marketing thing for women. Like, I don't think any guys are really tuned into this. I don't think a guy is like watching anything that's happening with this to begin with. If you're an actual football fan, maybe not. The fact that people are mad about a male cheerleader for the Vikings when cheerleading originally started in Minnesota as a men's activity in 1898, they said, do all these MAGA Neanderthals that are going into full-on conniptions, boy, a lot of things there, over the Minnesota Vikings introducing 2 male cheerleaders, even realize that college football has had male cheerleaders since the beginning of cheerleading? Yeah, again, I think it's because it's like a male cheerleader that's trying to look like a female cheerleader. I think that's where there's like some rejection from some of these people. I think that's what seems to be different to me, unless that's been going on for a long time or something. I just wouldn't know. Let me know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right. A lot of people emailing. I think we're going to have to take a quick break, and then we'll get back to some of these emails and dispatches since there's been a bunch today, and there hasn't been enough people worked in. So we'll do that. We'll also touch on the story about this lottery winner that had a complete and total meltdown that a lot of people are talking about. This guy won a $167 million jackpot and then got arrested.
Nice. Oh, gosh.
Must be real nice. Yeah, until you kick a cop in the face. That's when things start to take a twist.
Find another way to celebrate, man.
Let us know what you think about all of this and whatever's going on in your world at thenewsjunkie.com. Quick break. When we come back, we'll get to that and everything else teased and not paid off. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
There's a crash blocking 2 left lanes.
Hello!
Roadways, you're going to run into some slowdowns on I-4 near the beach line through that amusement park area, and on the Turnpike northbound before that Osceola Parkway exit, there's some delays. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline.
Hang on tight, everybody.
Traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the traffic center in James, Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
Every day, a child in poverty waits for a sponsor is another day of hopelessness. There are thousands of kids who've been waiting over a year, and they're waiting. Sponsor a child with compassion today. Just text the word radio to 83393.
Hey, if you're on the fence about going solar, now's the time to act because the 30% federal tax credit for upgrading your system to a solar system is going away. It ends December 31st. They're pulling the plug and that money will be off the table. That credit could cover nearly a third of your system. Thousands of dollars in savings could be gone if you wait too long. And you'll still get full net metering, no sales tax, no property tax hikes on your solar setup here in Florida. And the guys to go to, the people to call, Solar Installers of Florida. They've been in the business 17 years, helping to provide savings to the homeowner without pressuring sales techniques. They'll help you out with financing. They got a bunch of different brands to choose from. You can actually see a lot of their setups at their showroom. Come in and see exactly how it attaches to your roof. If you got questions, they're there to answer them. They do all the install engineering permitting in-house. No outsourcing, no contractors. It's up to them to do the job, and they do it well. Financing is available, so if you want to go and save money, they're going to help you make it happen. Zero down, monthly payment will be less than your power bill, so you start saving money from day one. And if you tell them C-Lane from the News Junkie sent you, they'll kick off an additional $500 from that bill. So what are you waiting for? Call today to get a quote, 407-777-5050. That's 407-777-5050. Or find them online at solarinstallersoflorida.com.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nickley. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit thenickley.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Tom. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at mortgageguyDon.com.
It all comes down to Daytona. The Coke Zero Sugar 400 returns as the Cup Series regular season.
Hang on.
2025. Last year's Coke Zero Sugar 400.
Getting something ready for today, I learned.
Playoff spot with his first career Cup Series victory by a margin of .047 seconds. Winning back-to-back Daytona 500 champion William Byron will ever since Jimmy Johnson to win both Daytona Cup races in a single season. We're rocking out over there. Adding the
Trying to find something to end on. I mean, I guess we talk about Taylor Swift, so we can do that. What else do you have? Nope. One would wish. a Taylor Swift love story. You know why? Because it's a banger. All the male cheerleaders love it.
Want a big green egg? For the lowest price anywhere, go to Wassie's Meat Market. They'll deliver and set up your big green egg so that you'll be cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to the website, wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
Your cruise is booked, but why rush to the port when you can start your vacation early? The legendary Cocoa Beach is your ultimate pre-cruise paradise. Just minutes from Port Canaveral. Cocoa Beach has plenty, plus shuttle packages to get you to the ship on time. Why wait for the ship to start having fun? Book your adventure now at legendarycocobeach.com.
Time to send in the National Guard of the NFL? True. True. This is a serious issue. What happened to demanding the Washington Commanders change their name back? I think they said no. I think that's what happened. I think they said no. Is there an equivalent inverse of this? So basically, let's be real. Nobody wants to be real. What's happening is this feels to football fans who are mostly masculine, straight men, right? Mostly masculine, straight men football fans are feeling like their world is being invaded because there's a man who's pretending to be a woman as one of the cheerleaders. Is there an inverse of that? Is there a version of like where a hetero man would be injected into a gay male role and then the gay people would be offended that the hetero was there? Does that exist? Would this be like a straight guy, like a MAGA guy on RuPaul's Drag Race or something? Would that be welcomed? Football is not Sigma right now? I don't think the dude is pretending to be a cheerleader. I think he's leaning into pretending to be feminine. I mean, I just think that's reality. But I don't know why you would really care what's going on with the cheerleaders necessarily. I don't even care what's going on the field. I wouldn't notice if you replaced them all with gay guys. I would have no idea. I would be none the wiser if every one of them was gay.
Pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like 80s Rock Rock, featuring Van Halen, Billy Idol, Aerosmith, Def Leppard, and more for your summer road trips. Crank it up all summer. 80s Rock Rock, commercial-free 24/7. I stay for a white wedding. Just open the free iHeartRadio app and find your next summer preset now.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, reesewindows.com.
Mainlining today's top stories. You're listening to the news junkie, Sean Lawson.
Fans are female. Anyways, talking about the the cheerleader thing, which apparently blew up online. They're like, there's a gay cheerleaders or whatever.
I was
on multiple teams in the NFL, I guess.
I was reading up on the history, and that one comment that said that it originated as an all-male activity was correct. And though it has in the Wikipedia some of the early cheers, and they just seem so... Maybe if I heard them with their rhythm and cadence, it would be better.
Is there a recording of these?
No,
or is it just,
but it's just written out. So it's like, it was not until 1898 that University of Minnesota student Johnny Campbell directed a crowd in cheering, rah, 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 skiuma,
That's
hoorah,
terrible.
hoorah, varsity, 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 Minnesota.
Oh my God!
It doesn't
That's way
rhyme. It's like that's why I want. If there was a recording and I could hear that there was some sort of rhythm that made sense for that, but I'm reading that in
What
my
was that
booth here.
second weird word? Skiuti?
Skiuma.
Skiuma.
Never even heard that. It doesn't even sound like English.
Well,
I mean, the only one I knew was like UGLY. You ain't got no alibi. You ugly.
Yeah,
I knew that one.
Bring it on.
But
yeah,
I think skiuma is just like a gibberish thing, because there's gibberish in cheerleading, like iskumba, or
wait,
they had different stuff like that in like chanting.
Hang on, was there dudes in Bring It On in the cheerleading and Bring It On?
Oh,
I think
yeah,
so, right?
absolutely.
Yeah. Look, here you go. Here's the cover of the movie Bring It On, and there was some dudes in that. But again, they like had different outfits, and they had like either the cones that they scream into, or they were like playing more of like a male role.
Yeah, so they're just raging at a gay cheerleader.
I think that's what it is. That's what I was trying to get
It's
at.
not breaking news that most male cheerleaders are gay, though.
Ooh, I don't know. Is that commonly known? Is that out there? Do we think?
I feel like if we took it to a study of some sort, I'd feel safe to say that majority are.
I don't know.
I'll
It
ask.
seems like one of those, like Cartman joins the Special Olympics because he thinks he's gonna just clean up, like a straight guy tries to be a cheerleader just because he thinks like this is the pool for me to dive in.
Oh, let's see. Oh, has there ever been a study about this? Hold on. Has there ever been a study about male cheerleaders? What percentage of male cheerleaders are gay?
There's no specific study
no
that
way, right?
pinpoints the percentage of male cheerleaders who are gay. Sexual orientation varies across all professions. So it's not accurate to assume a correlation.
Yeah, really?
with concrete
Ask her what the
data.
gayest sport is.
Cheerleading is a sport that welcomes people
WNBA,
of all
right?
orientations.
All right. Let's. So, what's the gayest sport? I guess there's
sport
just
has
not
the
studies.
most gays?
What sport has the most gay people?
WNBA.
That's tough to determine, since sexual orientation isn't typically tracked in sports.
Yeah. See, that's what they're gonna do.
However,
It's not on your
some believe that
your
more
stat list on your
progressive or
baseball
individual
card?
sports might have a higher number of openly gay athletes due to a more inclusive environment.
All right. They're saying if it's an inclusive environment. Well, I don't know if it is in this case.
UGAY.
What was the other one that they had? Was there any other ones that were early on for the cheerleading chants?
November 6th, 1869, the United
All
States
right.
witnessed its first intercollegiate football game, took place between Princeton and Rutgers, and marked the day the original Sis Boom Rah cheer was shouted by student fans.
Go ahead, C-Lane, in 3, 2, 1.
Sis Boom Rah. Sis Boom Rah.
That's it?
The creativity was very low.
That was pretty good so far, but there's no more to it?
That was it. That's all it said.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you know what happens is you got to start out somewhere, and so they did some really basic chants at first, and then people got better, and then they started backflipping.
There was this cheer yelled from the stands by students attending games. This is in Princeton when the Princeton people started having cheerleaders. And I think this is talking about just the actual definition of the word cheerleader, like a person leading cheers, not with the dancing and all this stuff. But this said the cheer, hurrah, 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 tiger, boom, ah, which is referred to as the locomotive.
That's terrible.
Boom, listen, like that's what I'm saying, man. This is the 1800s.
They were bad back then. God, I wouldn't have gone to any of these games. I'm telling you, they could replace every single cheerleader with a dude. I would have no clue. All of the players on the field could be gay. I wouldn't have any. I'm not even sure why this is on everybody's radar, but at least online it was for a bit today.
Oh, when's the last time you heard about the Epstein list, Sean?
I don't know.
You know what? I watched that whole Kennedy Center thing yesterday. And once they got to the questions from the press, I was very surprised. I don't know if maybe some people were vetted or told like, hey, calm down with this. But I didn't hear any Epstein questions.
Yeah. Oh, not at that event. They're not going to do that. They're not going to work them in there.
At the Kennedy Center?
No, because they're trying to work all that out.
There was policy questions.
Yeah.
And there was a question where that somebody was like stopped asking about policy or Russia or whatever the policy questions were and asked something about the Kennedy Center again and the selection. And then President Trump was like, I like this guy. All right.
Oh, yeah, I know. I did see that. That one I saw. And you know what his question was?
What?
This dude's hard-hitting question that Trump liked was something to the effect of, Les Mis was an incredible performance. Are all of the performances going to be as good as that? And it was like, there's a good question.
Top notch.
We've landed on one here. All right, real quick, let's go to this guy. $167 million jackpot winner, Powerball Prince, and kicked a cop in the face, I guess, in Pinellas County or in the Tampa area.
Wow.
Let's see what we can pick up on this. Why is this just coming out now? Because this is just going viral now, but this body cam footage is from 2025.
Get on the ground!
Get on the ground.
He's 12, step it up. I just got kicked.
That was a cop saying he got kicked.
Calm down. Put your hands behind your back right now. Put your hands behind your back and get against the wall. Against
Oh, they're
the
going to tase him. He's running. Oh, they got him. Wait, hang on. So the Powerball winner ran from the cops, and then they hit him with the taser, the ones that like lock into you, like the one that actually shoots out and locks into your skin. And then another cop tackled him. Wouldn't that cop get tased?
Not necessarily.
No? If Sealine tases you, Sabrina, and I tackle you, I'm not going to get electrocuted, or I'm not going to get shot?
If is still using the trigger and the taser, then possibly. But I don't, when they have those tests and you have two cops holding the one cop as they get I don't think those cops get any electricity to them.
Why? And how does it not flow through your body?
It's the prongs of it all. It's in your body. You are now the circuit.
So if I did this, I'm almost positive, but I do not know 100%. If I grab an electric fence and then C-Lane is next to me and I put my hand on his shoulder, I think I shock C-Lane.
It depends on how much, voltage though.
But it's not as much because it's going through me and then it's like died down or something.
I think if you tackle the guy, you might rip the lines out of the taser, like the actual cartridge.
Right. Or the other cop had released the trigger.
Yeah, maybe.
This guy was making a move for it, though.
The female.
The female.
He's deployed. Sorry,
Did you just say sorry, boss?
Yeah.
Sorry for later.
Oh, he said sorry.
Sorry for later.
Sorry, boss.
He said sorry. And then the cop
said... Is that the termite from commercials years ago?
The cop replied, save your effing sorries for later. Real quick.
Save your sorries for later.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Save your sorries for later, says the cop. I don't know why that's just coming up now, but that is going viral as of the last day or so.
If you touch somebody who's actively being tased, it's possible you could feel a shock, but in most situations, it's very brief and much weaker than what the person being tased feels. Tasers work by sending a high voltage, low current electrical pulse through two darts. The current flows mainly between the two contact points across the part of the body where the darts are embedded. So let's say if you tase me right in the nipples, boom.
Right in them.
Like one in each nipple, getting super tased, probably like it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And you touched me in between my nipples.
Yeah.
You might get more of a shock than if you hit me in the back or something.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? Because it's a closed loop, the circuit there.
What if you're really, really, really fat?
then it's not going to be as effective because I think of the fat.
Electricity takes the path of least resistance. Most of the current stays between the 2 points rather than traveling through another person.
We got to go to break, but the only thing I was getting at there, because if you're a certain level of fat, you become indestructible. And I wanted to see if that applied. Like if you,
Not
he was
according to
like
your
a
heart.
no, but if you're a certain level of fat, like you become bulletproof. The bullets can't get through the fat to get to the organs underneath. And I was wondering if that was like shockproof too. We'll leave that for another day. What we will do is take a quick break. When we come back, we'll do the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells.
Hey, rate the show. Rate the show. Rate the show out of 10. I was just trying to make it through. My head is not clear at all. So I'm going to give it a 6.48. 6.48. Snoop says 7.8. 9 out of 10 tasers. Take it. 7 out of 5. 7.5. 9. 9.4. Always a 10 in my book. Thank you, Alan. Thank you. 10, 8, 2.75 out of 10.
Listen up, my business owning friends. That mortgage guy, Don, does commercial and small business administration loans. If you have an existing SBA loan with a rate of 9% or more, you are in luck. That mortgage guy, Don, can refinance your qualified high-interest SBA loan to a low fixed rate of 8.25%. Don't leave money on the table. Let that mortgage guy, Don, help you get the money off the table and back in your business hands. Also, if you're looking to buy a business or a brand,
Ban Flats Fisherman.
Don has your back.
I banned Flats Fisherman. It was an unfair rating, I thought.
SBA and business loans of all sizes. Get the process started today with an expert and a friend that you can trust by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
All right. Hang tight. Back in just a moment. I got to get Today I Learned. Okay, hang on. Who's our chatter of the day? Huh? Who's our chatter of the day?
When you're injured in a car accident and the insurance company denies your medical bills, denies to pay your lost wages, and won't repair your car, it's time to
Hang on, gotta cue up the song.
Farrah at 800.
All right, got that already.
5555. Orlando.
Thank you, Tanya. No, Flats Fisherman is not going to be our chatter of the day. Sorry. I hit him with a band hammer. He's not going to be our chatter of the day. Sorry. Sean, you're the chatter of the day? Maybe. Dan, says Nicole. Eddie? Got to queue up the Taylor Swift. Buddy, don't think you know me. I'm not ending the show on Taylor Swift, okay? Definitely not doing that.
It's hurricane season, and I gotta tell you what, man, Solar Source helped me so much. If you were stuck last year without power, man, Solar Source has this battery backup system.
Flats is racist?
Absolutely awesome. You should check it out.
Yikes.
SolarSource.com/monsters. That's SolarSource.com/monsters for more information. They helped me tremendously. When Hurricane Milton came, everybody in my block lost power. I was still able to broadcast live from the house because I had power. Solar Source, they've been in business for 40 years. They've served over 6
All right, Cat Butthole on Twitch. Cat Butthole on Twitch. You're the chatter of the day. They said it couldn't be done, but you went and did it. Really impressive performance. Some of your standout comments like, "That's a lot of macaroni," really stood out to me today. So I thought they were clearly really impressive. Sean naming himself chatter of the day would be pretty controversial. Boo! What are you booing? What are you booing? Dan should be chatter of the day. Hasn't Dan already been chatter of the day? Has he never won? Eddie is a curmudgeon? There's like a sea of curmudgeons in chat. There's a whole bunch of you. Except for you. I like you. Male feminized cheerleaders, Taylor Swift invading the NFL. Can men not have anything on their own? Unbelievable. Flats didn't get banned, did he? Yes, he did. I banned him. I banned him for 1 minute, but I still did ban him. It was like a lesson. It was like, this is your first ban for right now, but next time it's going to be longer. All right, here we go. See you later, everybody.
As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Think It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at thinkitup.org.
We all remember that one teacher who made a difference. Now's your chance to say thank you in a big way. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose. Nominate an outstanding teacher in your life to be among the winners of $5,000 to stock their classroom at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
You can't be stopped with Unstoppable's laundry scent boosters because they give your clothes 24-hour nonstop freshness. So even on your longest nonstop days, you'll be confident in smelling fresh all day long. Try now for as low as $5 and smell unstoppable.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the...
Cut. And Taylor to wrap everything up for a Thursday. It's been a blast. It's been enjoyable. And here we are at the finish line. So thanks for hanging out with us today.
Oh, tomorrow's Friday.
Oh, that's right.
So good.
Man, what a time. What a time. It was nice to have yesterday off. I still feel like crap, but I think I'll be able to push through it.
I think your drugs are wearing off. Do more cough sauce.
I was a little bit worried that I was just going to shred my voice, but I don't think I've done that yet.
You've sounded good.
Yeah.
I don't think I sound too different. I think I sound a little nasally, but not too different.
Not even. I've heard nasalier.
Okay, all right. I believe you. Okay, final dispatches.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
So much to do, so little time. In fact, one actual dispatch. Let's do this one here. Square Slinger.
Hey guys,
NFL cheerleaders make about $150 a game. They also get paid for public appearances, but max out at about $22,000 a year. That isn't very much considering how much everybody else is making around them.
True. Yeah,
They
everybody
don't
else in
get
the field.
paid for practice either, like 3-hour
don't?
rehearsals.
Oh, that's crazy. Well, they should get paid for that. That's ridiculous. All right, I think that's going to have to be it today.
Oh,
the other thing, I mentioned a Wall Street Journal story earlier, but just to pay it off, I guess adults are going to sleepaway camp to make friends these days, and there's an actual that
sounds fun.
Full-grown sleepaway camp,
like
but
the
just
first few
for
days.
adults. Yeah, then you realize, now I'm stuck with all of these people right now. This is not fun. Okay,
I would
let's get the hell
thrive
out
in a
of here.
situation like that. You would not. Yeah.
I bet you would. I believe you. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
Oh, the other thing, South Park. Is there a problem with South Park? They have announced they're not airing an episode this week.
What?
They were
Why?
on fire. They were flowing, man.
$1 billion to do that.
Yeah.
They've only
And
had 2 episodes, and they skipped a week in between that.
maybe they don't want, maybe they have nothing good, or maybe they don't want the pressure that they had with, like, must get the episode done by this time.
13 days to air then.
Yeah, you can stretch it out much longer than it used to be. Okay, Today I Learned for a Wednesday, August 14th, 2025. We have arrived at the finish line. Thank you, friends, for going along with us. If you enjoyed at least a bit of it, tell somebody about the show. Tell them about the News Junkie radio show, live stream, or podcast. Visit the website online at thenewsjunkie.com. Today I learned this lady right here.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, that's right. Taylor Swift wrote the song Teardrops on My Guitar about one of her classmates. Drew Hardwick was his name. He was later arrested in 2015 for aggravated child abuse. You get lit up by Taylor Swift in a song, things can really go south, and I guess it did for him. This song's catchier, in my opinion, but here we are. Thank you for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com.